Hey everyone, the Talking Dads podcast is brought to you by Little Scholars Early Learning Center. Whether your family needs infant care, a preschool program, or before and after school care, Little Scholars' highly rated Step Up to Quality programs provide quality early childhood education at an affordable price. Visit www.littlescholars.net to get in contact with an enrollment specialist and schedule a tour of any of their 5 Lake County campuses. Here's the deal. Talking Dads fans are getting a little bonus. Mention that you heard about them through our podcast, and when you tour, and you'll receive $25 off of your registration fee. Again, that's Little Scholars Early Learning Center, where children learn, play, and grow together. We are also brought to you by Pub Fredo Gastropub. Pub Fredo was voted Best Gastropub in Cleveland in 2019 by Cleveland Magazine Silver Spoon Awards. We love Pub Fredo. Their menu is chef-inspired, always pushing the limits of traditional pub fare. The other night I had a burger, I believe it was called the Pub Burger. It was incredible. Cooked perfectly. It was amazing. And you won't have a problem pairing your favorite item on the menu with their great selection of local craft beers, crafted cocktails, and of course, an amazing bourbon and whiskey selection. I went with the Bullet 10-year with my Pub Burger. All of this in a cozy, fun, come-as-you-are atmosphere. You can check them out at pubfredo.com and on Facebook and Instagram at PubFredo Gastropub. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Talking Dads. This week's episode has our buddy Rich Hanna in studio with us, and we talked a lot of whiskey. He's super knowledgeable in the whiskey world, knows his stuff, that's for sure. Brought in some really good stuff for us to try, so we had a good time with that. He's also getting ready to have his second kid, so we, of course, got into a lot of the parenting stuff, had a really good time. Thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy the episode, and have a great weekend.
In a world where moms continue to dominate parenting authority and a father's role is minimized in society, 2 dads take on the toughest parenting topics on a weekly basis, all while drinking bourbon. They are the Talking Dads.
So yeah, we went to Kentucky, my girlfriend and I, in the beginning of July.
Okay.
And Old Forester was closed. They weren't doing anything for anybody. But we went to Heaven Hill, and we couldn't get into Buffalo Trace, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, here's just
I
was just throwing it on the table. You're good, man.
So we went on a waiting list for Buffalo Trace, and we got a email while we were waiting at Heaven Hill. But it's an hour away.
Right.
It was like 20 minutes before they opened, so it's
Naturally
pointless.
Right.
But Heaven Hill was great. Have you ever been
I
there?
never did Heaven Hill. I've done Buffalo Trace. I've done, what did we do? We went Forester, Old Forester. We did Peerless. We did done Four Roses, Woodford.
Both of those were closed when we were
Were
there.
they?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was like they weren't doing tours.
Yeah.
It was just
Like,
their
you could
gift
go-
shops were open,
Yeah,
and that was
right.
about it.
Well, most of the distilleries we found out they're all closed Monday and
Right.
Sunday.
Right.
So I didn't know that before we went,
Yeah.
which was a bummer.
I think that's like, how every industry has like their own like random off days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the distilleries.
Distilleries. Although
Good for them though.
Yeah,
I feel like, Steve, when we went down, we left on a Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Oh, we did leave on a Saturday. You're right.
Because we went Friday
You're
night
right.
and then we came home
And we
Saturday.
just did like a one overnight thing.
Because
Yeah.
we had something going on. We had to get home for something,
Yeah.
right?
What the hell was it?
I don't know.
It was only a few months ago.
It was in May. All right, man. That was a long time ago.
It does seem like it was a long time.
It all
ago.
mixes together. We went on a Friday. We got out there. We did a private tour of Rabbit Hole,
Yeah.
and then went out to dinner. Went out and drank.
Yeah.
Then the next day we went and kind of explored a little bit, and then we went home. But I can't remember why.
I don't either.
I know I missed my son's first baseball game, so I had that going for me, just so I could go, some distillery tours and.
Is that a
Is that a dad hack? I don't think so. That's a deadbeat dad.
dad
Do we have that
We should
button?
make a deadbeat button.
I'll never remember why we had to go home.
Oh, you'll never remember his first baseball game either.
My mom FaceTimed me for his first at bat. All right, this is his second season, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, you know the whole family was there except for
Sounded
me.
a lot
T-ball.
worse
Yeah, it's
when you
T-ball.
presented it.
Yeah,
What was it? Now it's
it's
gonna
gonna piss me off. It'll come to us like halfway through the episode. We'll
Because
be
we
like,
got home late Saturday night, right?
yeah, dude, what could we possibly been doing? Was
I
it
don't know.
Memorial Day weekend or something? No, it wasn't.
I think it was.
Oh, whatever.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Anyway.
It was fantastic airtime
Yeah,
right now.
just showing how bad our memory is. Just how forgetful we are now.
But no, like I brought it up because Old Forester, what was really cool when we went there, even though you couldn't do the tours and stuff like that, like you could go and do the gift shop and you could see like, I don't know, like a little bit of a history nerd, and like they have like all like the placards or whatever that like shows where it came from. So you could almost like give yourself a little bit of a history tour of Old Forester. And most of the distillers are like that. They have good information out there, but yeah, we mostly did like gift shop.
Yeah, just bought some bottles.
Yeah.
Just went shopping.
Bought a
When
lot
we
of
were there,
Glencairns.
that's pretty much what it was just gift shops
Yeah.
for everybody. We went to Town Branch,
Oh yeah.
which is a local distillery. It's a small one.
Right.
I mean, they sell it everywhere, but I don't know if you guys have ever tried it.
Had it. Don't remember anything about it.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
That's right on that.
Unremarkable.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, guess that's what we wouldn't remember.
Should we start with some Old Forester, the lower proof, and
Yeah. Tell us about
and
what you
work
have,
our way
what
up?
you brought for us here today. Well, why don't you introduce yourself first? Let's get that going. Let's get that out of the way.
I'm Rich, Hannah.
What makes you a dad?
What makes me a dad?
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah, it's a
For
standard
sure.
answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Makes sense.
No, I have a 12-year-old son. Interesting history with him through the whole 12 years, but my girlfriend's actually pregnant right now. This will be my second son.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Congratulations,
Actually
man.
Due in a week.
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Okay.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you've been out of the game for a little bit, man.
Yeah.
He's
you
gonna
know,
come back to you quick though.
I never intended on having a second. It just, when I met her, she's really awesome. She has a great family, and they all have children, all of her sisters. She has no brothers. And that was just the one thing she always wanted was one child,
Yeah.
exclusively one child.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Hey,
I said,
Look at you.
the hell with it.
Yeah.
there you go,
Yeah.
man.
Go for
Well,
it.
congrats on that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And my son's old enough to take care of himself, so I'm not.
That'll make things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be helpful. Well, as much as a 12-year-old can be
Certainly more helpful than
than a
like,
3-year-old.
Yeah. Right.
Like my kids.
Right.
Like I'm like, hey, go grab those diapers for me, and they're like, they go down the hall and forget what I was telling them to get. And I'm like, hey, how's that going down there, guys? And
We got a
Cheerios.
situation here.
all right, fine, I'll do it. And I go over there to get it myself, and sure enough, they're like, oh, here you go. I'm like, oh, cool, man. See a butterfly go past or something? Oh, shiny light. Yeah, just
Yep.
It sounds about right.
yeah, damn kids. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you'll have 2 boys then, huh?
2 boys.
Very cool.
That's good. That is good.
That's awesome.
It's
Well,
exciting.
thanks so much for coming in and hanging out with us and bringing some fantastic whiskey.
Yeah, some
Absolutely.
good treats
This
here.
is like my last hurrah before it happens.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll get it.
And we're not that good of a time.
No, we're pretty awesome. I mean,
It's a better time than sleeping, so
Yeah, that's
That's
I don't
true.
know.
sleep's pretty cool.
I could
It
go
is.
for some sleep.
But hey, you know what? It's the weekend, so this is fun. I love doing
you're right.
this. So
You're right.
So yeah, what do we have here? We have
it's the Old Forester single barrel OHLQ selection.
ooh, yeah.
These came out in springtime.
These came,
Or was that-
these
yeah?
actually these came out a couple months ago.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
And
Was it summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those came out and they released, I think, 7 selections of
Right.
the single barrel proof,
Okay.
Okay.
which, only one of them really made it up here.
Right.
It was very low proof compared to the southern part of Ohio,
Gotcha.
which is sad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do the honors if you'd like.
Yeah, crack that bad boy open.
I'm a little thirsty.
I could use a drink. It's
How
been
do
a
you-
while.
How
man.
do you feel about the neck pours?
I'm okay with it. I know that
You
I
prefer not to have the
honestly-
neck pour?
People talk about it so badly, But for me, I could really care less.
I'm with you 100%.
I don't notice so much difference that I'm like, I
Right.
just can't do it. I got to let it sit for 5 days.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of like our reviews and things like that you've seen, but we don't know what the fuck we're talking about when it comes to whiskey. We just pretend and we have a good time. So
Yeah. Well,
notice
I'm very,
it.
very new to this as well. You know, it's only been a couple years for me. And it's funny. I don't know if you noticed my name changed on Facebook
I
to
did.
Jim Miller. So
Yeah.
I was asked to be an admin in several bourbon groups. And I was telling a story to a buddy of mine who I met in Solon. I've done a lot of deals with him, and we became really good friends. And I was explaining to him the beginning of my bourbon history, and all I used to drink exclusively was Jim Beam shots and Miller Lite all the time.
Okay.
All right.
So every time I walked into my regular bar, they're just like, Jim Miller's here. And I'm like, that's me, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
That's pretty great.
All
I
right.
mean, to be fair, like we've talked about it on the show before, is like that's how was my introduction to whiskey was Jim Beam White Label. Like that's
Yeah.
all I ever drank.
Yeah.
I used to get it by the handle, and then I would have like a 12-pack of Miller Lite, and like that was my weekend. You know what I mean? So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause it
so
was
my
great.
buddy chimed in the admin group, and he goes, dude, you have to change your name to Jim Miller and just, start booting all the people doing things wrong or muting the people that are saying things they shouldn't be saying or, thread shitting, stuff like that.
Yeah. So actually, this is kind of interesting. I have a big problem, or I have been turned off on all of these groups. Probably it's been close to a year now. Like my first year or two, I was really into it. I would post a lot. I would definitely interact with other people's posts and try and contribute and things like that. And what I noticed is as the groups grew, which is good, growth is good, but it seems like there's more shaming than there is any kind of productive conversation.
For sure.
Absolutely, man.
For sure.
Like, and the big one to me is Blanton's, right? Like, say what you want about Blanton's. I actually like it.
Yeah.
It's no, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand the hate other than like it's hard to find. But if you really want it, you can find it, right? Like you can pay for it or you can do the work and go find it. I mean, there was a year, like, was it 2 years ago? I think I was able to get like 11 or 12 bottles in like a 6-month, and that's standing in line. That wasn't like trading. That wasn't.
Yeah. I've never had to do
paying
anything on the
double,
secondary.
Whatever. But I guess my point is that it seems like somebody would like post like, the classic crotch shot and they're like, hey, got a Blanton's. And like, you know what? Good for you, dude. Like if that's what you've been searching for, cool.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Right, because people get excited about it.
You don't
get
need
people,
to go on there and be like, shit's overrated.
Yeah, people-
Step one, pour it down the drain. Like, fuck off. Like,
Well, there's
know, man.
people that do videos of that all the time now. They'll get a bottle. I've seen Eagle Rare. I've seen Old Forester. I've even seen expensive bottles. One guy did a ORV W10. He just posted a video in a group and took the cap off and just dumped it right down his sink. And I'm like, regardless whether you like it or not, or if you're just flexing on everybody or you think that's what you're doing.
that's the
just
biggest
attention
turnoff from all.
seeking.
Yeah,
That's
that's
to be fair. We
It's
did
about
something
as-
similar.
We did, but we didn't waste it.
Right.
That was.
So that's what I'm wondering is if they really did. So when we
Well, he's saying like they cracked it though. Like
Cracked
full
it.
on, like, for sure?
Took the wrap off, took the cork out, boom, right.
So like
down
the only
drain.
thing that we've ever done that was like close to viral was, do you remember a couple years ago the screw top challenge?
it's like people
Where,
like roundhouse
people were,
kick.
like roundhouse kicking like a Mountain Dew bottle or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So like we decided to put our spin on it. We took a bottle of Blanton's and
was an empty- it was an empty bottle.
We put iced tea in it and we put it on top of like a thing and I like freaking Daniel Son crane kicked it.
We made a slow motion video of it, the bottle flying through the air and then shattering on the driveway.
Shatters everywhere. It was hilarious. Like,
But
whatever.
peop-
It
but
was
people
good
ripped us
timing.
apart,
People,
though.
Like somebody
Death
suggested
threats.
that I would be put in a wood chipper, and like no one seemed to disagree.
Yeah.
Over Blanton's.
Yeah,
Right,
but not only
right.
that, then people are like, "Oh, that totally fake, so
no
fake."
shit, it's fake.
Like, "Oh, they're- Bourbon wouldn't bubble up like that. We're like, yeah, I know. It was a joke. We were trying to have some fun here. Like,
Everyone's Inspector Gadget.
yeah, they're like, yeah. I mean, and everybody, the conversation. I mean, any conversation is good conversation. We had, you know, if it's good or bad attention, whatever, we'll take it.
Right.
These people, man, their reactions were ridiculous.
I
Like,
was
dude,
dying.
I mean, we laughed about it. I just kind of
remember
felt bad
'cause-
for Ian because everybody wanted him dead.
Yeah, literally. And nobody was like
Well, it's 'cause
coming
you're
to my
the one with
defense.
Yeah,
the tattoos and you're, you know, bulky, and they're like, fuck that dude.
That dude should be killed tonight.
People, I
Got
mean,
his
they were like,
address.
I've checked my local store for 9 months in a row, and I've never. I'm sorry, man.
Sorry, we put iced tea in a bottle and had some fun. Okay, we were
sold
going.
him that iced tea.
I know,
Yeah, dude, it was good iced tea.
but that was funny. I remember because we did that. It was a Friday night. We were going to see a movie.
Yeah.
And so we were literally bored in the garage, and we're like, dude, we should do a
Yeah, let's have some fun.
unscrew it video or whatever that was, screw top challenge. And then we just came up with it and did it. Like that was it. And then posted the video, went
Did you
into the
kick
movie.
the cork out at least?
No, I just fucking
So he like,
straight
he
up
was, like,
crushed the bottle.
booted the bottle. I don't even know how.
I mean,
It
it's
was
a good
it wasn't
shape
even
to
like
be
good
punted.
editing.
No, it took us 2 minutes. Like I had my phone, I'm holding it, take the video. I don't even know if I caught the bottle. I don't because
No.
you kicked it off there, but then because I had to take a video of us throwing it in the air. So it's a
yeah,
slow motion
yeah,
video
yeah.
of it flying through the air and then shattering on the ground.
Yeah. But like
And
we
people
didn't think
hated
anything
us.
of it.
No.
And then like I like went and saw the movie, woke up the next day, and I'm like, holy shit, it's gotten like 40,000 views. Like,
Death threats.
what's going on here? I'm reading these
People wanna-
comments. I'm like, oh my god.
I gave him his address.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I provided the wood chipper, just in the front yard.
So I guess, yeah. I'm just sitting out like having
Throw an
breakfast.
actual bottle of Blanton's in the wood chipper that time. This is
Yeah,
real.
that'd be a good
Right.
video.
Oh, that would be good. Actually.
People like those kind of
Follow
videos.
up.
But yeah, I mean, I think people a lot of times will do stuff just for attention, and like we didn't know that it was going to do that, but
No.
I think knowing what we know now, yeah, like you could crack a bottle, pour it down the drain, and you would get some kind of attention.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
People crave that shit. I mean,
They do.
Well, I think Blanton's, my honest opinion, what I've gathered, and Blanton's isn't the only one, but a lot of bottles of that caliber, which isn't anything special to me or even you guys and a lot of people, but I think that it's one of those bottles that it started off as a great bottle, started disappearing, became harder to find, and then everybody that were the people that went and bought all of them and religiously took all of them to go secondary sale
Yep.
are the ones that are just mother effing everybody.
Sure.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
you know, it's just Blanton's. I've had 10 million of
Right.
those. Well, the guy who's talking shit hasn't had any.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for
Exactly.
$10
Yeah,
at
because
a
I mean,
bar.
for the bottles that I've gotten, I've had to wait in line to get them. And I've gotten, I have like 6 extra bottles. I've given them some away as gifts.
right.
Yeah.
Because people are like, holy shit, thanks. Like, that's because they can't get it. People don't put the time or the work in to go wait in line, which sucks.
Well, and a lot of people don't have time to do that either.
Well, that's the problem. So that's the only thing I was going to say about, we were talking about Giant Eagle before we got started, about how it's on Saturdays now, which I like because I could go run over there real quick. I got in line, was that last week or 2 weeks ago? Hopped in line. I was like the 8th person in line. I'm like, well, if there's anything, I knew they had Blanton's. I'm like, well, they have 1 case. I'm not getting it. They happen to have 2 cases. So I got a bottle, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like that it's on Saturdays because during the week, I
Yeah.
can't go wait in line anywhere.
Oh, it's smart. It definitely opens it up to everyone.
Well, because I think that's what the problem was. And then,
Unless you work Saturday mornings.
unless you work Saturday mornings, yeah. But other places have it,
Right, right.
But I mean, like a weekday, like you were waiting in line at 7 a.m. There's like 18 people in front of you.
Right.
I would go to Shoregate
Yeah.
my lunch break, and I would wait for an hour just see if I could get something. I've got lucky a few times. I got a few different E.H. Taylors. I get the
So you got to get
The
double.
rye.
You got to get double lucky there. You got to make sure you got to.
you have to time it up.
in time that they're actually.
Yeah,
gonna
and then I
unbox
actually,
everything,
they're like,
'cause
I'm like,
it's
okay, well,
different.
I have an hour. Like I have to
Right.
get back to work. So I got lucky a few times. There's a few times where I waited for like 40 minutes. I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I
The
gotta
guy
get out
that
of here.
owns Shoregate, he's a super nice dude.
Oh, he's
Oh,
a great
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Really great guy. I go in there all the time. I live right down the street, and he'll just flat out tell me I'm not putting anything out till this time, so just come
Yeah.
back. And he's very reasonable about it.
Oh, they're great, man. I mean, you get there, there's going to be the lines, and I see like the regulars up there. I mean, it's been a while. For a little while, I was going like every week, but
Yeah.
it's hit or miss. The nice thing about Giant Eagle, though, is they post what they're going to have the night before.
Yeah.
So on Friday night, they post a list.
Some of them do.
Yeah, the one in Willoughby does.
Oh, really?
So I didn't know that until last week when I went.
I didn't know that they
Because
that one.
I randomly
specifically did it.
went there on a Saturday because I had my son's baseball game. I was at that. Yeah, I was there. I made it that time.
That's good.
I almost didn't because they had some good bottles. So I'm walking into Giant Eagle. It's 8 a.m. There's like 3 guys in line. I'm like, oh, what's going on? They're like, oh, well, they deliver, or they put their good stuff out on Saturdays now. I'm like, oh, what do they got? So the list is on the door, and I'm like, buddy, what time's game's at 9? They open the doors at 9.
You missed one inning, right?
Yeah, come on, we can show up a little bit late. Dad needs his fix. Yeah, but needless to say, I didn't wait that day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just whatever. It's tough.
You know, like going back to Blanton's, it's like, to me, I try and look at everything for what it is, right?
Right.
So, like, all right, this is a good example. So there's an E.H. Taylor barrel proof sitting in front of us.
Yeah.
You can either look at it as what you can realistically get it for, which is like $400 to $600.
This
Like-
one,
like
this one I
secondary
think
market.
Yeah, it's right around 800. Now.
Okay, $800.
Yeah.
Or you can look at it as an $80 or $90 barrel proof version of a Buffalo Trace staple, right? Like,
Which is what it should be.
which is what it should be. And so I
Everywhere.
always try to judge something based on retail,
yeah.
because the market's so volatile. Like, and like something like that has stayed consistent. You
Yeah.
know, depending on the batch, it'll fluctuate just a little bit. But I mean, it's ridiculous to me. So take it for what it's supposed to be sold at, and then judge it from there. So if you're looking at Blanton's, you should be looking at about $60,
Mm-hmm.
and for a $60 bottle at 93 proof, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely
absolutely.
fantastic.
I love it.
But have you had the straight from the barrel?
I have.
It's hellfire. I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
drink that
so,
stuff.
so
It
do
was
you?
So bad.
Is it? So that's usually. It's not quite hazmat, is it? It's not like.
No, the one I had I think was 129, which
So it's close. Yeah.
I drink things regularly in that proof, but it was just not a good hot. It was like something in it made it twice as hot and twice as awful for me to drink. And
Okay.
I swallowed it and I was like, oh my God.
I'm a
Started
big fan.
chugging milk.
Yeah, it was one of those
So
like
bad.
the hot chip challenge or something like that. It burns all the way down, man.
I'm a big fan of the super high proof stuff.
Yeah.
What do we have on my birthday? Remember when Chaz gave me the
we had a stag from 2008.
yeah
Full
18
stag
year.
2008. No, well, we had the 18-year marriage too, but
That was the George T. Stag?
yeah,
Yes.
but we started off that. I don't know who we thought we were that night. We started off with an 18-year marriage pour.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Then which I wasn't that impressed
I wasn't
with.
no honestly for what that costs.
Right.
It would be good at retail.
Right.
Yes,
Maybe
but
a
when
little
you think
more.
when you spend the money, you're like, oh my God, man! Like
better
it's better be
rock my
this better be
world.
amazing, and it
Right.
wasn't. But then we had the
We had something else.
we had some good stuff that night. That was like a
That
random
night I had an
Monday
some
night.
Eagle Rare 17.
Yeah.
We ran through some like really good shit. At the end of the night though, he
Heavies.
pulls out from his private stash this George Stag from 2008. It was bottled at like 138
Yeah,
140
140.
140.
Oh, that's hazmat.
But
Yeah.
dude, it was like
Yeah,
I mean, it was
'cause,
like
It
coffee.
was over 140.
it was
that's right.
like, but it was phenomenal.
really, really
it was
good.
really good, man.
Yeah,
it was hot, but it was good.
George T. Stag that was the first bottle I ever paid a full secondary price for.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one because it was a Buffalo Trace product, and I'm very fond of all of them.
Sure.
Some of them I've had were not good, like straight from the barrel. That was brutal. But I paid $800 for it. It was 124 proof, and I drank it and I loved it. but I didn't love it enough to go spend another $800.
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to do
for
that
it.
again. That's a
The
one-time thing.
The hazmat pours now for stag, they're like $2,500,
Yeah.
$3,000. It's come on.
I'll just never do it. Like, and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that. I'll get what I can from the store, or if someone's like, "Hey, man, maybe a little extra, maybe like $100 or something like that." You
Right.
see, like someone's like New York, like my brother was there, and we saw they had barrel proof, didn't they? When we were,
Yeah.
so my brother just texted me. He's like, "Hey, you see anything good on the shelf?" We're like, "Yeah, barrel proof." He's like, "All right, well, I left a little bit ago. I'll go back in a little bit." He's like, "I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's no one's gonna buy it. It's fine." What was it, like 20 minutes later, he goes back and there's a guy
For like
walking out.
125 bucks.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we'll do that.
I would have paid that all day long.
All day.
So he goes back to pick him up, 2 bottles. There's a guy walking out with both bottles as he's walking back in. I'm like, son of a bitch. But I think it was like a couple weeks later, we ended up getting it at
Yeah.
Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
Here?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
When was this?
right around Christmas
Christmas
time.
time. Randomly.
It's so random.
Like
I think
walked in
Ian
randomly.
texted me. I was at work, and I work with my brother.
It's like
and
a
he's
Monday.
like, yeah, and
right?
he's like, hey, dude, they have barrel proof up here, and I'm like, all right, well, I told my brother, I'm like, hey, they have barrel proof. He's like, all right, I'll go up there and wait in line. Sure enough,
Dude,
you got a bottle.
I wasn't even hunting that that
No,
day.
it was a lucky.
I went in there to go get donuts for a
And you were like
meeting
the
that I
first
was
one in
going
line,
to.
weren't you?
I was going in there for donuts for a meeting I was going to.
The meeting got
And just
canceled.
like, maybe no, because once I figured out what it was, but they wouldn't tell me when they were gonna like release it. Like it was gonna be today, but we have to get to the.
It was like
pallet
9
and
in the
stuff
morning
like
when you
that.
texted me. I think it
Yeah.
came out at like 11.
It was like 11. I literally canceled my meeting, so I'm like, all right, this is the one that I'm gonna wait for. So
our buddy left. He was in line with them, and he left to go check Shoregate,
yeah.
and then he came back, and they were out.
Was that the batch 10?
So it was last year, so I don't even know.
Yeah, it would've-
Honestly,
This is what
Probably.
you said. This
Maybe it
one's
would've been
7.
9 then. This is 7, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pumped, man. We still both have our bottles,
I know.
unless you
Well,
sold
'cause-
yours on secondary.
No.
Well, this one, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Razzles. So there's groups. I mean, it's pretty much gambling groups for bourbon, which is silly to think about, but it's called a Razzle, and you join the group, and it's based off of the Illinois Pick 3 Fireball Lotto. So they post 0 through 9, 10 spots, and they'll post a bottle like this one, I think was $85 per spot. So whatever the Fireball number that hits is the person that wins that bottle. So that's how I got this bottle. It was $85.
Huh. That's actually kind of cool.
I like
so
that.
you can just
It's
buy
great.
it's basically buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah, and if you win, you pretty much pay retail for most bottles.
Huh.
Like the GTS, I've had 2 2020s, both of which one's open, the other one I finished, but both of those were 80.
Wow.
I don't win all the time, but I also don't
That's just-
degenerately gamble on these sites because I watch people. I have a buddy in Kent, and he spends thousands of dollars a day, and it's so hard.
God, man, that is brutal.
It's crazy, and I'm like, I make thousands of dollars in like a month or a month and a half, and you're spending a month's salary in a day.
Yeah, that's a
crazy.
little outrageous.
I can't even fathom. Oh my god, dude, I would die. Like, I didn't get selected again. I guess I'll just. God,
It's
I can't
funny.
even-
I like
figure.
save up now, and I'll wait for a trip.
Yeah.
Like
That's the way
and
to do
then,
it.
Like when I go on a trip, that way I'm going somewhere where I have no idea what I'm going to find, and I always seem to find something that seems to be worth it, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
when we went to Kentucky, I ended up buying a lot of Peerless stuff because I really enjoy everything that Peerless makes.
Peerless is good.
Yeah.
And that's another Blanton's thing. It was popular as soon as it came out. It was like the hit bottle all over secondary,
Yeah.
all over everywhere. And then it became the shit's not even that good.
Well, people
Quit-
shit
quit
on it now
posting bottles
because
of it. Who
right.
cares?
Yeah,
But I like it, and the reason I like it is why a lot of people don't like it now is they experiment a lot, right? Like they're infusing
the one
lots of
bottle
different
we had.
flavors through the chars and things like that. But I like that because you can only drink so much of the same shit, right?
Right.
Like
yeah. Why not mix it up a little bit?
every
Except
once in a
for
while,
this.
I want. I mean, it's very
drink
very
it all the
good.
time.
Oh, so will I. But
Yeah.
like,
But we did-
every once in a while, if I want like what was the cherry cordial?
Yeah,
like,
I haven't-
so good.
We had the rye
The creme brulee.
creme brulee.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That was one of my favorite of all time. That thing, it was
fantastic.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we have the cherry cordial, which I still haven't even tried. Have you tried yours?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine, and you can do whatever you want. It's yours. I was saving mine for the review. We have a lot of bottles to review, so it's just like
That's the downside to
reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like something like we both have a bottle of the
I
barrel.
have that
proof.
Yellowstone, that OHLQ pick. It's in there. It's under there. We've had it for 8 months.
Yeah.
And it's just still sitting there.
There's too much. I'm
Yeah,
over it.
I know.
I just want to start drinking it.
I know. And then we got, what else did we pick up there? Nulu.
Oh
Nulu.
yeah.
Nulu
Lots.
is
That
good.
was all over Kentucky, all of them.
It still is,
Everywhere.
and like I've got a couple different picks from Nulu, and they're all fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a fan for sure.
The few that I've had were good. I enjoyed them.
They're a little pricey, I think.
But that was another bottle. As soon as it came out, all over secondary, $200 a bottle.
Really?
And then everybody realized you could go to the store, and there it was.
Yeah, it's
right.
there.
Because most of those people don't leave their house. They're just sitting on Facebook going, "Oh hell yeah, look at this new bottle."
Yep.
gonna get
It's
it.
true, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no one's willing to go
To
out and
each their
shop,
own.
man. But
But
it is fun going shopping though. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Kentucky, we had such a blast, man. We were just running around.
How about that walk back from Peerless?
We had 2 boxes. We had to split time because
Cases.
we're just like walking. I'm like, all right, when we get up
And it
to
was a
when we
far
get
walk.
halfay back to the hotel, we'll switch.
like 3 miles.
Oh
or
my God,
something
man,
like
it was-
that. Yeah.
Why did you walk so far?
We like ventured to like one place, and they're like, oh, this place is only 2 blocks down, and we just kept going, and like, oh wait, Peerless is over there, and like Peerless was not over there. It was, but like by the time we realized that, we were more than halfway there.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
just kept going
Yep.
and didn't expect to like all right, maybe I'll buy a bottle.
No, we bought a lot.
Bought like 8, and then
Then you got some
Had to walk
Glencairns, and then
Oh, yeah.
then we had to walk. Hey, it was good exercise. Whatever,
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
fine. It was
But
a
it was,
nice
like,
day.
hot,
It was
too.
hot, man. It was
Yeah.
like the first hot weekend of the summer.
Yeah.
Like it was hot.
Yeah, it was very humid when we were there. It rained like crazy the whole drive there, to the point where I was going 35 on the freeway for a lot of the time
Yeah.
because you just couldn't see
Couldn't see.
anything. And once it stopped raining, we were in Kentucky, and then it just got so hot and
Yeah,
so
that is
humid.
so
It was
miserable.
so bad.
I cannot stand humidity.
you just like can't breathe.
Yeah,
It just makes it worse. That's why I don't go in saunas. It's very uncomfortable.
it is
Right, it
uncomfortable.
is. Yeah.
Can't breathe. Yeah, man, we did that trip. What was that, in May? So we were there just for one day. Well, it was a day and a half, but
Because you had an emergency.
that we don't know about. That's still. I was actually, after when we
Damn
first
it,
started
now I'm
talking
thinking
about it, I'm
about
like,
it
I was
again.
thinking about it really hard. No clue. It was something you had to do. I'm convinced.
I mean, it's probably right. I just
A
don't
party
know
of
what
some
it
sort.
was.
Not important. Anyway, we need to plan another trip.
yeah, I would love.
We were supposed to do
manage-
it in September,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
we're
not
busy.
going to happen.
we got stuff going on.
One of these times we will get a trip. I mean, our idea was to have this like trip where it was just like open to whoever wanted to go. This is where we're
Yeah.
meeting up. We're going to do this, this, and this, buy tickets in advance and like try and set up. But just the organization of it is just ridiculous. And
It's hard. It's tough.
Everything's
fun
always
to do, but
Fun in theory, but like when you really have to put it together, man, it's tough.
Well,
Right.
when you want a group of people to go, it's hard to navigate because just everybody's schedules are
Right.
Well, that's the tough thing now. I mean, like,
different.
we're all busy with our kids and family and stuff, and it's like impossible to pinpoint like a weekend that everybody's free.
Yeah.
It's impossible. So we'll do it one day, and we're gonna be busy here. I mean, him and I, we're starting the podcast. Yeah. October, well, the first week,
yeah.
and I mean, we literally have something going on every weekend.
And then I'm gone for 2 weeks.
And then he's going out of town, so then I'll just hang out in the studio by myself, I guess. You come up in here and hang out with me. We'll try some
All right.
bourbon. I have a lot of stuff we got to try.
Do some Zoom stuff.
There we go. Zoom calls.
There you go.
So, speaking of which, in October 2nd, right, is
Yeah.
the Bourbon Trail down here. Did you do that a couple years ago?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's
even know
great,
about
man.
that.
So October 2nd, downtown Willoughby Bourbon Trail, and I feel bad even like promoting it because we're not really sure how
We're going to be involved
we're
with
going to be
it.
involved. We were supposed to be really involved, and
We weren't sure it was even happening. Like there was
Right.
no talk about it happening up until
Well,
this
because
week.
the whole COVID.
Because you just
Yeah.
you just didn't know how things
Right.
were going to go when it became fall.
but
you know?
it is a really good event. So what they do is every bar up and down downtown Willoughby, they each had 2 distillery representatives, and so the representatives would come, bring something to try. you buy your wristband for the entire event, which would get you a pour of each, right?
Yeah.
Of everything that's available. And like you can buy VIP so that you can be like an hour or two early, so that way
Beat the
you're pretty
crowd.
much guaranteed that
Yeah.
nothing's going to run out. And then you just go from bar to bar, and you get like a little passport thing, and you talk to the representatives,
Get your
and
stamp.
you get your sample. And when I say samples, I mean they were like 1 ounce pours. They weren't,
Are these like local distilleries?
no,
or
no.
just
I mean, like
everywhere?
the last time we had everything from like, I mean, there was Blanton's, then there was like at the one place there was Blanton's and Western Reserve, out of Lakewood. And then the next place there was like Clyde Mays and Cleveland Whisk. So it's almost like they were pairing it up
How do you
with.
like Clyde Mays?
I like Clyde Mays a lot.
I liked it too. And when you said that it was with Cleveland whiskey, it made me sad because that's one I just can't.
Well, that was
drink.
almost made Clyde Mays even better.
Yeah, because you tried the Cleveland whiskey first. You're like, yeah, I've had this.
It's tough, man, because I love everybody that I've ever met that's affiliated. They're amazing dudes.
with Cleveland
Yeah.
whiskey. Yeah.
I just can't get behind the product.
No, I'm
Well, from my understanding, they started distilling whiskey when whiskey started. This whole entire bourbon secondary boom happened.
Yeah.
And everything was disappearing, and nobody could keep up anymore. And that's when
They were trying to solve a
started-
problem.
Right. Wasn't probably the greatest idea, whatever they did. But
I think at first it was like everybody's like, okay, I got to get this, right? I mean, locally.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the first batch. I still have that bottle at home that I haven't cracked.
Yeah.
Supposed
do
to be
we
for a
know
championship.
if they barrel age still? Have they even
I
done
don't
that?
know.
I don't even.
I don't
to
know.
be honest with you, I'm not sure.
I think that they're getting more into like the flavored whiskey game because like they have like
The
the
Christmas one.
You're just not
Well,
gonna
they have the
top
what's that?
Crown,
The
you're
Cle-
not gonna do it.
No.
right? The Cleveland
The
Underground.
peach.
I don't know, man. I've met some people that are like, dude, you have to try this, and I've tried it, and it's
Like, yeah.
not my shit. But all right. 10 minutes ago, I was talking about how I really like how Peerless is experimenting, but they're doing it with natural, like, oh, this type of wood in this humidity makes the
Not putting flavors in it.
char taste like,
Yeah.
Creme brulee.
Well, that's
not
relative to
adding flavors into it.
what Buffalo Trace did. I don't know if you're familiar with the Single Oak Project.
I've heard of it, but I'm not
So
too.
what they did
versed.
was they brewed a whole batch of bourbon, and the master distiller Freddie, he went and hand selected different oak trees from different regions of Kentucky. Some were more geared toward colder regions and some were in hotter regions, and they built all their barrels and marked them. So this was the bottom of the tree barrel, this is the middle of the tree barrel, this is the top of the tree.
That's
this is
that's
from
some
this
cool
place.
experimenting right
Shit.
there. Like that's
But there
the
was over 300 barrels they did, and they tried every one of them and decided where the tree came from and what part of that tree made it so special to them. And these are 375 mil bottles.
yeah.
They're crazy on secondary for a bottle that small, but when I found out what it actually was, obviously I missed the whole thing when it happened, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah,
But
Damn, I
'cause
didn't
that's
know
pretty
that-
cool.
I had a couple bottles of it, and they were fantastic.
How fun would that
good
be
stuff.
to do something like that? To be like, hey, I have this idea, and just go around and try to do something like that. What an amazing job!
Let's go hand select trees.
Let's go pick up some trees. But I mean,
Okay.
but
Hey,
that's
what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Wanna
gonna
look
I'm gonna
at
head
some
down
trees?
south and look at some trees, Yin. Now mark it. This is gonna be the bottom of the tree. All right, it's a little more aged down there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I
man.
mean, what a fun job.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I always said, like, when I went down to Buffalo Trace, I liked drinking whiskeys, but I knew absolutely nothing,
Yeah.
right? And so when I did those, that's when I did Woodford, Four Roses, and Buffalo Trace. I learned so much in that one day of going to all three distilleries, like blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I
Pretty
didn't-
overwhelming sometimes.
it was, but like the coolest thing I remember learning, and I just remember like my jaw dropping, is how I'm a I don't know, I don't want to say technical because I'm not technical. I try to think logically about things,
yeah.
and like to me, these are not good examples, but let's just say, Blanton's. Okay, Blanton's. It's always 93 proof. It is always well, that's not even a good example because it's single barrel. I guess what I'm saying is when you mass produce something, it's, to me, in my head, it's got to go through this like machine process where it is down to the science, exactly going to be the same consistent product every single time.
But it's always the grain they're using that changes.
Right.
And the grain doesn't change, but the seasons create a change in the mineralization of the soil, all those things. But
the water,
the wood, the wood is ultimately the factor in the flavor.
Right.
If you have a young tree, it's going to taste significantly
So how do they
different.
get that consistency? Because there's a lot of products that are super freaking consistent, and it's all done by taste. Like there's people that their entire jobs is they go walk up and down these warehouses and they just like taste it. And they're like, nope, this isn't ready. I'm going to try again in 12 weeks. What? Like that's how like incredible their
another
palates are,
great
that
job.
they understand.
Yeah, seriously
I
though,
don't
man.
think I would ever want to be to the point where I could notate every flavor that I'm getting. I feel like I would start to dislike a lot of things I love.
That could be fair.
And
That's
I don't
true.
want
That is
to
true.
happen.
That could be fair. I mean, I noticed even, like I intentionally don't taste whiskey sometimes. Like if we're having a good time and we're out and like we've already had a few and now it's just time, like I will force myself to not try to think about it because sometimes it can become less enjoyable because now you're, oh no, what is that? I don't really like that I'm taking. Just enjoy.
Yeah, I'm here
Just
for a
have good
drink.
time,
I'm here for a
you
drink.
know?
We'll save that for when we're doing reviews.
Right.
Yeah, you're
Because
the guy.
that's the same thing like when we're here. You're not trying to pick anything out.
Right.
We're just drinking and hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's what it's the best, really.
Speaking
We save that for the reviews, yeah. You want something else?
Yeah. Do we want to
Pick
move
one.
on?
You pick one, man.
to town.
You're the guest.
So I brought it for you guys to try.
We appreciate that. We do appreciate that.
I've tried it.
So-
I actually sampled a lot of this bottle out to friends.
Nice.
A lot of friends that I know wouldn't either be able to afford a secondary of that bottle,
Oh, yeah.
or they'll never see it. Or
Right.
That's another thing that's fun about this whole hobby, though, is sharing it with people.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like,
Absolutely.
I mean, I do it all the time. I have, on my desk, I have like 10 different bottles of samples that I give out to people. So I have all these empty bottles. But whenever I get a good bottle, I want to share it with
Yeah.
people. And I think that's the best part about this whole hobby. I
Absolutely.
think it's a lot of fun. Although the new hobby that's coming out, though, the new one, what's popular, it's getting away from bourbon a little bit.
Tequila.
Tequila's the new thing.
You know, I see so many tequila bottles show up on bourbon sites.
I mean,
It's like it's
the
just the new
tequila
thing.
industry is smart. They're doing exactly what
Exactly. And
bourbon did.
Well, they're aging all their stuff in bourbon barrels.
Yep.
What
Well,
better way
they're
to
just
sell
doing
it?
something different, right? Like they're like I think that's why bourbon got popular is because they started doing like barrel proofs. Like so they're taking a product and just tweaking it a little bit, whether they're taking a 9-year and aging it another 4 years, you know, and to the consumer, it's, oh, this is just like the extra strength version. In reality, it's a completely different whiskey,
Just a better Tylenol.
but it's, you're right. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's the 500 milligrams.
It's the best. Fast acting.
But you know, it's marketing, right? And so that's what they're doing. That's what tequila's doing right now. And,
Yeah.
and that's what that's what vodka did 15 years ago. Remember, like,
Oh, yeah.
like you would have vodka, and then you would have
Well,
freaking
vodka killed
birthday
all
cake
the other
vodka.
liquor markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
it'll
disco era shut it down.
it's got to be like some kind of weird cycle that we'll be able to look back on and be like, all right, it's going to be vodka, then it's going to be whiskey,
Yep.
then it's going to be tequila, then it's going to be gin, then it's going to be craft beer again.
Oh yeah,
True.
Craft beer is still huge.
Yeah, it's
It
still
is,
big.
man.
I used
It's
to
everywhere.
love drinking craft beer, but the prices have gotten so outrageous on some things. It's hard for anybody.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's just
It's
me.
it's
to wanna
crazy to
buy.
go in there and spend like $18 on a 4-pack.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man.
Like, wait, really? And I guess that's kind of what we do with whiskey. I mean, if you think about it, if you're paying $20 for 4 beers, you're talking $5 a pour.
Yeah, but that beer's not 128 proof.
Fair.
True story. Very true.
Fair.
So in most cases, you would drink significantly less to achieve
But-
your goal.
What is up with
The these women blowing on the glass.
Just typical fans.
This happens every week.
It's not a big deal at all.
It's what we do here.
You guys are the hot take.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Everyone knows on Friday nights.
this is where to go. Yeah, the windows,
where
man.
the
This is-
dads
yeah.
are.
Oh, the dads are over there in the studio. Let's go say hi.
Hold on, though. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why is it that I can drink? All right, so we just said it's not 128 proof. I can drink 4 pours of anywhere between 100 and 130 proof. That's usually I like 110 ish, but like somewhere in there, I can drink 4 of those and not feel like I'm annihilated.
Yeah.
But I can drink 4 like 9% beers and be blasted.
I don't.
Is it because you're drinking them faster?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe something with. I don't know. I just feel so much more lightheaded
Yeah.
and full is another one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Beer. You're right though.
weird.
It's something about beer. It's like it gets me there faster. I don't know. Maybe because we're sitting here sipping it.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
what women say about wine.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. I
Everyone.
drink wine all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
wine though.
But Tropicana, have you ever had that beer?
No.
No.
So Tropicana, it's like a citrus IPA.
I like.
And I got turned on to that a few years back. It came out, I think 4 years. And I never stopped drinking it. It's so good. It's a little pricey, but it's like, I think 10% beer. But it's not like the overbearing, super hoppy IPAs where they just go to an extreme level. And
Right.
you feel like you're drinking fresh grass. And
190 IBUs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Tropicana just sounds refreshing.
It's so good.
Who's it made by?
Heavy Seas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take a look
They
at
have
it.
a whole line of them. They have like the Tropicana, the heavy cannon, the extra heavy cannon.
I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
But it's super good. It's super smooth. It's something you could just drink on a hot day and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
the
like
time.
drinking beer in the summer.
In the summertime,
Oh yeah,
it's
for
a
sure.
like bourbon's not, or whiskey's not something you're gonna sit like you're doing yard work or grilling and you're gonna sit there with like
we get this
pull the bottle out.
refreshing-
Yeah.
We get this refreshing glass of
Yeah. I'm burning.
Elijah Craig
I'm sweating my
barrel proof.
ass off right now. This is like exactly what I need. It's so refreshing.
I actually carry these in my cup holder on my rider.
Next to the grill, just I'll just have a pour, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer. It's just refreshing. You get like a nice light beer,
Right.
like have a Miller Lite or something. Like when you're doing yard work, is like
Yeah.
it's like water.
It's rehydrating.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh shit, I was wrong. Oh.
Did you see there was a video the other day? It was like this bodybuilder. I don't know who it was. This is, huge ripped dude. And
Go
it
on.
was like someone was shit. It's like, y'all been shitting on me for drinking Coors Light, but I don't drink it to get drunk. I drink it to rehydrate. He slams one. It was the funniest. I don't know. I was dying.
That is awesome.
Well, that's the joke with Coors is that it just tastes like water
Right,
to most
right.
people.
Well, it's like when we were in Arizona, all we drank was Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
I love Michelob.
It's so good.
But when you were young,
Oh,
you
dude,
watched
like-
your dad or his friends
Like,
drink.
oh,
it,
look
you're
at these, look at these pussies over here drinking Michelob Ultras.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
I'm
it's low
drinking
cal.
shots of Fireball to the face,
Right.
And they're drinking Michelob, and you get older, and you're like, damn, Michelob's.
That's where it's at, man. That's where it's
Dude,
at.
we were in Arizona and it was hot. We were doing like hanging out in the pool and shit like that. And we're like, well, I don't feel like drinking 10% beers all day. So let's just get a case of this and see what happens. And like later on that night, we had to go buy more.
Yeah, we're at the bar and we're like,
Yeah.
I'll get the first round. What do you guys want? Grab me a Michelob Ultra. Yeah, you know what? That sounds good. Give me one too.
Like, guys, I think this was just supposed to be the pool beer.
No, this is perfect.
Make it a draft. So, you know.
Yeah, so it looks more. So no one knows.
Michelob's good. It just tastes good.
Yeah.
You know, most light beers, to me, and it's my opinion, Miller Lite, Bud Light, I'm not going to say they taste the same.
But they
In a sense, they're all the same.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I think you go Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light. They're all
Yeah. They're all very similar.
right there.
We're plugging Michelob right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should
Sponsor-
try and get a sponsor.
Sponsorship,
Maybe
possibly you.
But no, I do really enjoy a good Mick Ultra, on a hot day.
I agree. Oh, make Ultra. You'll grab some later.
Doesn't sound
This
bad.
is really good.
I know, it's really
I just had my
really
first
good.
sip because I was working out the technical difficulties
Yeah.
before, so now I'm finally drinking it, and this is good. I've been waiting.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Have you guys had any of the Deadwood tumbling dice?
No, I've seen a bunch of it, but
They
I'm not
did- there
seen
was
it.
so
like,
many. It was
seen-
like a string of picks from everybody.
Yeah.
The first one I tried, so it's a heavy rye mash bill.
And
So
I
it's like
that.
barely considered a rye. It's
Okay.
a bourbon with a lot more rye than it probably should have in it as a bourbon.
So it's like a. Do you know what the mash bill is, or does it say? So,
I have a few bottles at home, but the first one I tried was a Lock and Key pick, which is a company that
Yep.
just specializes in barrel picks.
right.
And it was so good. I would drink it all the time, and I got 2 bottles of it. I bought them on secondary, but they were only like $60.
That's not bad.
So I don't think I really paid over
Right.
retail. But once I got halfway through the first bottle, I'm like, man, I should have got more of these. And then I got into the second bottle. I'm like, shit, I really should have got more of these. So then I put an ISO up, and I'm like, who has the Lock and Key
Right.
tumbling dice? I really want more of these. I'll pay you $80 a bottle. Give you the label. Just send them to me.
Right.
Nobody. And then my buddy calls me and goes, one of my friends is in Kentucky right now, and they have the Gallenstein pick. And I'm like, okay, get them. I'll try them.
Yeah.
This stuff's so good. That's when I realized there's a night and day difference between barrel picks.
Yeah.
There actually is, because I drink a lot of bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
not frequently enough to be considered a drunk by some standards, but
Depends on whose
enough
standards.
that-
yeah.
enough that the amount of this bottle that I drank, I think it was like a third of the bottle, which isn't really that much. And I drink it over ice. Most of the time when I drink bourbon, I drink it over
Okay.
ice. I just blacked out that night, and I woke up the next day. I didn't remember going to bed, and I woke up and I'm like, what the hell happened? She goes, you just started eating a shitload of food out of the fridge. Came to bed. And I was like, whoa.
At least you made it to bed.
That happens though. I mean, not that long ago. So I recently did like I took almost a full month off of drinking. Like I did like 3 months where I was trying to get in shape, and I lost a bunch of weight. And at the end of it, we had a block party, and so we're going to the block party, and like all the neighbors know that I have a pretty good collection at this point and
Yeah.
things like that. So I had to bring something. So I
Did
didn't
you,
want
did you bring like a wagon down the street just filled with bottles?
No, I have.
A
Remember?
wagon.
No, I have a travel decanter.
Yes, yes.
That unscrews, and it's got two cups on it.
Yep.
So I did Nulu, but it was not any of the picks. So it was the standard Nulu at 94 proof, 97 proof. I can't remember exactly what it is. So it's high, but it's not that high.
Right.
And I was sharing quite a bit of it. And the decanter is only 500 milliliters, so you can't put a full bottle in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the bottle was gone, but again, I was giving out a lot. Like we were pouring, there was tons of people there and everything.
He's like, 1 for you guys, 2 for me.
I might have
He wins
Yeah,
every,
you don't remember.
wins every check.
because I walked home and I woke up. I remember I have my home office. I woke up at my desk with a bag of like sour cream and cheddar potato chips.
Solid pick.
All over the place. At like 4:30 in the morning, I woke up off my desk, like drool everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I really didn't think I drank that much.
Oh, this,
Some things do that, and sometimes you just forget how much you actually
Yeah.
drank. It just kept happening, and you're having a good time.
yep.
A lot of people have told me, dude, when you get drunk, you're like completely normal. You talk normal. You're just a happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have good conversations, and then we realize you're fucking hammered because you just pass right out. Just
Yeah, so you go
dip.
from 0
Real
to 60.
quick. You're like, yeah, and it's bedtime.
All right.
Find
Well,
the nearest couch.
if your head starts
Oh,
dropping,
no.
We know.
I'm notorious for even parties we've had at our house. We have a lot of friends over for holidays, before the baby,
Yeah.
because it was easy. and everybody would be cleaning up the mess, and I would just be sleeping on the couch.
Hold on a second.
I know that guy. Dad hack.
Pass out at your own party for
Yeah.
other people to clean up.
Isn't
Ian.
that kind of me?
It's kind of you. I was always cleaning
Steve's
up.
always
I was
cleans
always
up.
cleaning up.
I don't care if it's his house, my house. It could be like a
It's just-
bar.
That's just
Like,
my
he's
thing.
Just like cleaning
yeah,
up.
I'm
like,
helping.
that's
I'm
his
helping the
thing.
bar staff clean up. We're closing. All right, I'll get the garbage bags.
I got it.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, we used to have these parties at Ian's house, and I would be like the first one up. I would like wake up at like 6 a.m, and I would instantly start cleaning his house because it would just get destroyed.
Dude, we did.
Your Morley house would just get destroyed. It was so he had this garage. It was giant. It was like a like
6-car garage.
6-car garage. I mean, this thing was deep,
Wow.
and we built a bar in this thing.
I
It
know
was called,
business.
It was awesome.
I didn't. I literally. I can tell you. I lived there for 7 years.
It was 7 years you lived there?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I never parked in the garage.
no, there was
Not once.
that was for the parties. We
I
had
wish I could park in the
dude, we
garage.
had a giant. We made a bar. We stocked the bar. We had the refrigerator. There was a refrigerator. I'm saying we, like I lived there. There was
I
a
mean, you
refrigerator.
literally
I
did.
literally lived in his house. I was there all the time. But the refrigerator, and then we had a couch, like a love seat, and a recliner, a
Yeah.
big screen TV,
Dartboard.
I mean,
Oh, the poker table. was out
the
there.
poker table too.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, this thing, this.
was
I mean,
we
it was called the
literally
Rusty.
rack
We
garage.
literally turned and it like opened on both sides. Like
Yeah,
you
so it
could
opened up
walk
to the
all way
backyard,
through.
and we
There's
had like
fire
a
pit.
giant fire pit. So I mean, the backyard was massive, and we had the bar was called the Rusty Stone. And man, just the parties there, his house would get destroyed. Just
Absolutely destroyed.
that garage was disgusting. We would have to clean it out all the time. Just get the leaf blower out and just clear it out. It smelled so
wash.
I
bad.
remember we had to paint the ceiling.
Oh,
after
from
a
New Year's.
party because
Were you
people
guys
were.
the beginning of COVID? That garage?
No,
Did
this
you
is like
initiate the,
this is like
the virus?
2007.
It was a long time ago. Back when we were kids, you know.
Very well could have been though, because it was. Ugh,
It
it
was
was a little gross.
the ceiling was so disgusting when it started getting mold all over it because New Year's we were
Popping
champagne bottles and we were spraying them on each other. It was all over the ceiling, all over the walls, just sticky. Ugh.
But you never think about that.
I don't give a
And then
shit.
you're
We
just-
were 23,
Yeah, we were
24. I don't know. Like, it couldn't have been a better scenario for, like, a bunch of 23, 24-year-olds because
Let's put it this way: Ian was out of town one day, and we threw a party at his house.
Forgot
Like his roommate's like, "Let's have a party." We're like, Ian's out of town. We're like, "Screw it." We had a huge party at his
Did
house.
you guys break my fence?
You guys, no, I wasn't involved. But yeah, the fence got broken.
Like, I just got a picture of, like,
Was it Raj or something? We were
4
playing
or 5 guys.
We were
like,
playing football at like 2 a.m, like tackle football. Like what the
I just got
hell?
a picture of, like, 4 guys lifting up fence panels. I'm like, what happened?
Somebody got tackled through the fence.
He's just been trying to nail this on you since then.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
There was a dinner bell on the roof of the garage because
Oh
it was
my
a
God.
detached 6-car garage.
Okay.
And so, like,
You rented this house?
no, I bought this house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a weird
Was the
thing.
That was your
garage
first buy,
bigger
'cause-
than the house?
It was, yeah, it was like the
Literally,
same size.
yeah, the same size.
It was probably the
Wow.
exact
It was a
same
good size
size
house, man. There was like a in-law suite thing up, like off the back was like it had to be an addition, right? Down that hallway.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a weird.
It was a weird
house,
setup.
man. Like the house was not a good setup, but like for
What
a
you were doing?
23-year-old kid,
Didn't even matter.
like I was like, yeah, I'll buy a house. Why not?
was
Let's
perfect.
do it.
It was a perfect
What the
spot.
fuck I was doing.
You got the dinner bell on the garage.
The first night we moved in,
Oh my god.
or no, it was the.
was-
It was like
just
the
the
first,
first, like,
weekend.
Yeah, you had like you moved in. We had like a little party.
Yeah.
you call it little.
yeah. It was.
It was not a little
No, it
party.
wasn't
It was
little.
ridiculous.
But so there's this dinner bell on the garage, and so when you get a bunch of 23-year-old kids
They're gonna be ringing it
hammered at 2:00 in the morning, just ringing this dinner bell.
because there's like this dinner bell and it's like this rope hanging down to the
I
driveway,
was
so
gonna
people are
say,
just
was
like
it
pulling on
readily
it. Yeah,
accessible?
Oh, yeah.
like right next to the basketball hoop.
yeah,
Terrible idea.
terrible idea. And so we're all doing that. We didn't give a shit. Music is just crazy
Till
loud.
3 in the morning.
3, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever. And I passed out, at some point,
Oh, yeah.
as you do. Didn't you sleep in your car?
I slept in my car. So here's what happened. I'm sleeping in my car because there was nowhere for me to sleep. There was just too many people there. So I'm sleeping in the car, and I wake up to that bell ringing, and I'm like, holy shit. So I walk out. I have like a button-up shirt on, like it was a party. So I'm like trying to look nice. So I walk out to this. I wake up to this bell ringing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I see this man over there just pulling on this bell, just relentlessly pulling on this bell. I'm like, what is going on? So I walk out of the car. And my hair still looks good because I slept in my car. So my hair's all done. I have a button-up shirt on. He's like, "Are you the owner of the house?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just came out of the car that I sleep in, at my house." So I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'll go get him real quick." So I go and wake up Ian. He comes stumbling out of the house in like nothing but boxers. He's like, "You're the owner of the house?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" Yeah, he's like, "You assholes kept us up all night, ringing your stupid bell and playing your music." Like, oh God, welcome to the neighborhood.
Oh, that's the first time I met my neighbor. He ended up being a
He was a nice guy, but man, I think about that now with kids.
Michelob.
Yeah. Dude, hey, there's probably some leftover beer in the fridge if you
Some
want.
whippets or something.
Cheese. What are you, like, campus security or something? Yeah, nice try. I'm the dean.
Dean Pritchard.
Dean Pritchard. Fantastic movie.
Oh, so good.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
that
that was such an awesome house.
bunch of kids getting crazy.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? That would be my biggest nightmare.
It's got to be a
as a
much
homeowner.
different feeling though at that age to own the house. Everybody's shitting all over.
He didn't, but the thing is, he didn't care. If that was my house, it would have been my nightmare. I would have been flipping out on
If we
everybody.
did that to my house now,
Well, now,
I
but
would
like,
be furious.
but you're like, whatever, dude. Because he knew that I was going to clean up
on the
for him.
regular. There would be like a chair that would get thrown through drywall. There would be like a tree that like someone would bust out the chainsaw and start taking a tree down. Like
Just to make a fire. We
Yeah,
needed
like,
some
oh.
kindling. So stop a tree down.
live
Oh, this
tree.
bench doesn't. You don't use this bench ever. So just burn that. I didn't do that. by
remember
the
my
way.
deep sink?
Yeah.
So I had a brand new deep sink that I was going to install, and I just hadn't gotten around to it yet. So we're like, hey, this is a good cooler though. So we like put it out for a party and filled it with ice and put a bunch of beers in there. And at some point, somebody's like, "I'll get thrown in the fire," and like kick the legs
They
out.
kick
I'm
the
like,
leg. They kick the leg out first, and then like
yeah.
just throw it. Yeah. Oh my god. The
It's
fire.
like, what? That was garbage, right? I'm like, dude, it's brand new.
There was so bad, man.
So mad about
The
that.
first time you ever charged someone for your party.
I don't think I did. I should have.
$300 cover charge.
Yeah, dude, that place was amazing.
Yeah. Go back to those days.
We say quite often, like, one of these days we should just do another party and just all show up there. Like, I don't know who lives there now, but
just 10
Okay,
cars pulling the
we're
driveway.
here.
What's up, dude?
We
Where's
know
the
they can all
stone?
fit in your garage bar.
Don't worry, we brought the bar top. You still have it,
I
don't
still
you?
have it. Yeah, yeah, we saved the bar top.
That was a bad. We made a bar,
We built that bar.
and it was sturdy.
It's like 10 by 4, 10 by
Yeah,
6.
it was a big bar.
like an L-shaped bar that we just like.
We put the epoxy on top,
Had
and a
no
freaking
idea
giant
what we were
mosquito
doing.
landed in
At that
it.
age, you had to be proud of what you just
Yeah.
So proud.
to get
I'm
hammered
proud of
on.
it now, man.
There's some nice shelves with uplighting in the
We
back.
had
for all the
we made the bottles. Oh man,
Yeah.
those were the days.
We had like storage. We built like storage bins for like
Just-
I don't know what.
So one of our friends worked for like a beer distributor. So like we had all the all the
Oh,
supplies
yeah,
and
that's
everything like
right.
for the bar top and everything. You had all the cool shit like the
mats.
yeah. We had that drawer that we built in the corner,
Yep.
and we stocked everything inside of that thing.
Yep.
Man, oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
It's great to have friends like that.
Yeah, absolutely,
We
man.
used to get kegs like
One party we had a keg of Christmas ale.
Christmas and July party.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
What a bad idea.
doing keg stands
Of
Christmas
Christmas
ale. Yeah.
that was the night, like the first time in my life where I like lost control of like what my body was
That's
doing.
when Arco brought the RV and just parked it in the front
Yeah.
lawn.
Everybody has an RV. But man, I just remember like I was working behind the bar and I was pouring drinks and I'm like, all of a sudden I started falling back and I hit the wall and I'm like, so I pushed myself forward and I'm like, okay, and I went right back up against the wall. I'm like I'm on the freaking gravitron. Like I had no control over my. I'm like I gotta cut back for a few minutes. So I drank water for like 5 minutes and then I was good because I was 23 years old. That was fine.
Good
I
times.
think the first time I lost control of my body, it wasn't even on purpose. I went to a friend's house. His older brother just got out of the army, bought a house, always had huge parties. I was like 18. Went over there, huge party going on, and this random guy, no idea who it was like, "You ever heard of Everclear?" And I'm like,
Oh God.
"Nope, but bring it on. Just give it to me.
I got that. Yeah, no problem.
10-foot.
I drink everything. Yep, absolutely.
I drank one and I was like, gross. I just want to vomit. And then all the stomach acid came up. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Do another one. And I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it.
As we do.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, face down, just people dumping water on me. I would try to sit up. I didn't even know I was doing it, but I would try to get up. And at one point, they took a video of me. They showed me the next day, and it was me going, quit fucking dumping water on me or I'm going to kick all your asses. But I remember
he Everclear
doing
talking?
that, and I thought I was standing in front of that at the fire pit, but I was
Like your
just
memory and what actually
Right.
happened just don't align.
I was very decrepitly just holding myself up, crooked-eyed.
Yeah, I was standing on the bar screaming at everybody. No, realistically, you were laying on your face.
It's like
They
it's
covered
like
me with a tent, not
Wolf of
a
Wall
blanket or
Street.
anything. It was just a tent.
It's like Wolf of Wall Street when he like goes.
Oh
through
yeah, when he's
what,
like,
his
by the
memory
grace of
what
God, I
it
made
is.
it without putting a dent in the car. He comes back, there's just a tree stuck in it.
He's just crawling out of his car.
Oh God,
Oh,
that's true
man.
though. That's how it goes.
I mean, we've all been there, right? Like, what was that party where I was like telling you I was going to drive home?
Oh, my
we were
God.
playing summer brew beer pong.
It's the
Oh,
worst
my
thing
God.
to say at a party.
He goes, yeah, because you were like just getting back home. You were moving back from California
Yeah.
or Vegas or whatever, and he's like, yeah, we're playing beer pong with Summer Brew, which is terrible.
Awful.
So he goes, "Oh, I'm going home." I'm like, "Dude, give me your keys." Like, I'm driving. He's like, "I'm fine." He goes, just pukes all over, like just right in front of me. He goes, "All right," hands me his keys. By the way, the same thing. I woke up at 6 a.m. the next day. It was raining, and your windows were down. So I like put like cardboard in your window to make sure that it didn't get wet. Somebody had to
the
look out
best.
for him.
Good
He's
friend.
the best.
Cleans your
Got
house.
it.
He's
and
the
puts
best.
your
Got to take care of my friends, man.
Literally.
That's what I do. I was always looking out for everybody.
It's true. It's not an exaggeration.
I feel like
Making sure they got their water before they went to bed. Get some food in them.
I was notorious for falling asleep in bathtubs. I would fill them up too. Swear to God.
I always took a shower. I would go and like sit in the tub and just. That's so dangerous, by the way.
No.
Just fill it up and then go sleep in a tub.
Like I can see falling asleep, like picking a bathtub is honestly a solid spot. Like if you're at
Yeah.
a random party and you're gonna pass out, like you know that's gonna be available.
Oh, yeah.
So like learn how to
that's
get
true.
comfortable. That's solid.
My move.
Filling it up.
That's
is
a little
maybe-
dangerous.
I never knew. Well, I knew that I did it after the first time, and I'm like, man, I'm
You wake up in cold water,
Never
like
doing that
you wake up
again.
underwater.
Well, the best part about it is when it would get cold, I would wake up and go, fuck, unplug it,
Fill it
drink
back up.
I'm like,
Water
tall-
bill's ridiculous.
tall
Every
enough
hour.
that I never drowned, thankfully.
Yeah,
But it
seriously,
was like this-
man.
I don't know why. I
Don't
was-
try this at home.
Yeah. Bad idea, kids.
Yeah.
My move always was like high school and up was if I got to the point where I knew I was about to pass out, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to take a piss. And I would go find the best spot in the house to sleep.
Yeah.
I'd find the
You're
best
like
bed.
The smartest drunk guy.
I'd be like,
in
all
the
right, what am I
house.
going to do here? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to take a piss real quick. Like, we'd be playing drinking games or something. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go pee. I got to go find the best bed and pass out.
But you also knew that you were playing nanny when you woke up.
Right.
so-
He's gonna wake
Well, that's
up.
what
and
that's the
clean,
thing is
so
I had to wake up
he
to
had
clean up
shit
after
to do.
everybody. Yeah, I knew what was
Yeah.
going on.
He had shit to do. He had to
Especially
make
like
sure
those
he's good.
early parties where like you're at like your friend's parents' house. They're like, okay, this is got to help them out here.
Yeah.
It's a shitty situation.
Yeah. Also the thought of them finding out who you are and knowing you were there.
Yeah, it's
Well,
true.
yeah,
Leave no
well,
evidence.
Right.
There was no
Yeah.
fingerprints on anything. I took care of it.
And if they're gonna find out, you should be the one cleaning.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
Well, Steve was here, but he
walking
cleaned. I was
Well,
there.
not
The asshole that's
garbage bags.
passed out under the pool table in the den. You know.
He pissed himself, just
Yeah.
laid in the corner.
Sorry about your son. I'm taking the garbage out.
Yeah, I cleaned. I even vacuumed, whatever.
Oh man, such good times.
Being young was cool.
It was
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, well, how old are you?
33.
Okay, so you're right around close to us. Ian's what, you're 35,
Yeah.
about to be 36,
Yeah.
coming up.
Couple
I'm 36. Oh, so I'm the oldest one here. What else is new?
It's fine.
So you're not that far off.
You're the
Yeah.
you're the cleanest one here.
It's true. That is true.
Something to be.
Yeah, I'm
proud
good.
Oh man, yeah, dude, those parties were so good. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I could do that again,
Nah.
but definitely not at the consistency that we used to.
No chance, man.
I mean,
remember, like,
here's the thing. Like, once you have kids, shit just changes, right?
We
Like,
never used to have a lot of things to care about.
You didn't
yeah,
have
right?
any
Because you know when you're waking up, you're taking care of people.
Yeah.
I always felt like,
I don't get to go lay on the couch all day and just deal with a hangover. Like, I have to wake up.
Guys that'll come in here that are getting ready to have their first. I'll be like, here's what's going to happen is you're going to do it once. Like, baby's going to be a few months old. You're going to be like, yeah, I deserve a night out. And you're going to go out and you're going to get tanked because you haven't in a while. And
You learned.
You're going to be hungover as shit the next day. And you'll do it one time.
Yeah.
And then it's going to take a while before you get the courage to do that again, because taking care of a kid when you're hungover is the worst.
And you have no choice because you have to do it.
Well, as soon as the baby cries and you're hungover, it's like the most excruciating head pain. you'll
Oh
ever
my
have.
God. Even when you're sober and it's like a regular night, you went to
Right,
bed early
right,
and that baby's
right.
crying at 3 a.m. It's like, oh my God. I'm like running into walls. I can't
Yep.
see. I'm like, oh, I gotta get a bottle. I can't see. I'm tripping over everything. Step on a Lego.
I think every guy's thought, I could do that again and I should just do it, your last hurrah. I'm going to have that big ass party with all my friends and
Yeah.
do it again. But realistically, the whole time you're probably going to be thinking, man, I have so much shit to do tomorrow.
You're looking at your watch. You're like, I
And
should
there's
probably
kids
get
at
home,
home.
man. I gotta get
10
home.
o'clock.
Yeah, guys.
Even if your wife says, don't
Right.
worry about it.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
take the
Right.
day.
Hope it was worth
You're
it.
gonna go, she's plotting against me.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
she's like, I can't wait to wake him up at
I
6.
know how this
The
works.
your wife's in the kitchen slamming dishes together to wake you up, being so
Oh,
loud.
you're up? Good. I'm going to Target.
Good. Have fun. Here's the kids.
Hope it was worth it.
Like, oh my God. Just,
oh man.
it's so true though, man. Like, I don't even
And
know, man.
oftentimes it is worth it, because I think like
You got to do it.
getting out every once in a while is.
Hey, it's a team effort. So you gotta do it both ways. So like you're like, hey babe, go out, tell your wife, go out and have fun, and then let her have the time to wake up, like sleep in, and just enjoy herself. Because you got to do it too.
Well,
we do the podcast.
you guys have a nice outlet here because now you could get.
Don't say
Give
anything.
away the secret.
They're watching.
You could take that weekend and get hammered, but record
It's for the
yourselves
show.
It's for the show,
Hear
babe.
the things that you actually talked about
Right.
that you wouldn't remember otherwise.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That would
That's
be
cool.
interesting.
So yeah,
We tried doing a drunk podcast before.
yes.
After we went to an Indians game,
So
and
the
we set up the
first-
equipment.
The first 4 guys that ever came on the
my
show,
God.
we were like, "Hey, thank you guys for like helping us get this thing off the ground. Let's go to a tribe game. Let's go out and have a good time." And we got it all handled, and we all went out and we had a really good time. Right? It was a Friday night game, fireworks, the whole thing. Went to the bar after, then went to our buddy's house after, and then ended up back at my house, and we set the equipment up. We're like, yeah, let's all get on the mics, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do an episode.
I wish I was recording.
I wish I would have kept it,
I know, man.
because I immediately deleted it.
I was
because
trying so
there were
hard.
So many things that could never be said on the air. Like,
It was garbage. And then we decided, all right, well, we're going to call a bunch of Ubers so we could all go home. So while we're waiting for our Ubers, we grab a baseball bat,
oh, I forgot about
baseball
that.
mitts, and a ball, and we set up a camera. We're like, let's take a video of us doing this. So we set up the camera. We used a gas can to set up the camera in the middle of the street. I mean, we're sitting there trying to play baseball. First pitch, I think I was catching, missed it by, you just threw it way over my head. It goes all the way down in the cul-de-sac, which is like a mile down the road. I'm like, oh, geez. I'm like, I think my Uber's here. It just ended quickly. The Uber shows up. We're sitting up there with baseball bats and mitts on. Like, we're actually going to get like an organized game. It
Fucking Sandlot going on.
was terrible.
You any good at pitching?
Yeah, I got
30
this, dude.
minutes, We'll pay you.
Hey,
Luckily no one
park
got-
right there as a backstop.
Yeah, can you park there for a minute? Give us 5 minutes, dude.
We got to get
I'm gonna
one
hit a,
in.
I'm gonna hit a bomb. Trust me.
I hit dingers.
I hit dingers.
Oh,
So
man.
I gotta say, you're about to have a baby next week, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for it. Her
Good,
whole
man.
family is very supportive. She's the youngest daughter and the last one to have a kid, and it was the most anticipated child out of everyone's mouth. So
Yeah, that's exciting, man.
Having that level of support is also great as well.
Awesome.
And having only 2 days off a week, it took me about 3.5 months to finish the baby's room. So
That's always that's another thing, man.
Well, and I think people forget, though, that, like, the baby's room isn't that important until, like, 2 months.
yeah.
Like, you got some time.
Well, there was a lot of things she wanted. It wasn't just like
Well, also,
that's
like, this is
fair.
her kid. This is like,
Yeah.
the first. So you want to make sure everything's.
it wasn't
perfect, 'cause-
it wasn't a paint the walls type deal. It was,
It was,
like,
it was do everything.
do some woodwork, get a new ceiling fan, paint the walls, fix
Yeah.
the walls, get new carpet.
Yeah,
Yeah, put together your
everything.
damn crib.
Boom.
That's
I
like-
mean, it looks awesome.
that's great, man.
I'm like, man, look at all those days
Did that.
off.
Yeah.
right.
Days off it
Yeah.
cost me.
But it looks
That's
great though,
true.
doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah.
good, though.
That's awesome.
fantastic.
I think it's
That's
good
something
that
to be
you
proud of.
realize that, too, especially, like, you've gone through it before, right?
Oh, yeah.
like, and realizing that she hasn't. So, like, doing the whole thing, I think that's super important.
And she was a big part of all of her nieces and nephews' lives. All of her her sister next to her has 2 daughters, and the other 2 have a son and a daughter. So she was a big part of all of their lives, and she loved them. Watching them grow up and see where they got to between the family taking care of all of them.
Yeah.
And then, now it's her turn, and she's
Right.
curious how it's going to go.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
here.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because, when you're the one without and you help, that's wonderful, and,
Sure.
and you're involved. But if they have their own, like, is that the question? Like, is she
It's
concerned
tough.
about? Because it's hard to give up time,
Here's
right?
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Like my niece Mila, she's like 10 or 11 now. For the longest time, for 5 years, right? 5 years, like 4 or 5 years, she was the only one in the family. Like, she was the only niece and granddaughter, whatever. So my brother had help from all angles.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now there's 7 grandkids, 7 cousins. It's like
It's a circular.
not
room.
getting the help like they
no
got, man. Like,
yeah.
cause I mean, I was picking her up from her babysitter. I would take her for like the
Right.
afternoon or evening.
Yeah.
But like my brother and his wife would do the same thing. Like, and then we all started having our own kids, and it was like, okay, well, is anybody gonna take my kids or
Yeah, right,
nah?
Does anyone want to go to my son's first baseball game?
Does anybody want? Yeah, because that was the thing too. Because like I remember like
I'm
all,
not
the
gonna be
entire
there,
family
so-
showing up to Mila's like for like soccer practice
Right.
because there was no other kids. So it was like this was like it was like a village. Like we were there for everything.
Right.
But then we all started having kids. It was like, okay, no one's showing up for any
Yep.
of my kids' stuff.
Yep.
All right, well. But I mean, that's just the way it goes because everybody's
Right.
busy and we all have activities and
Your own
different things.
activities and
Yeah,
things like
exactly.
that,
So
right.
it is what it is. But you still, the cousin thing is awesome, man. Like
yeah.
it's so awesome. Like my brother's kids are all and my kids are all so close, and it's so much fun, man.
See, you grew up with cousins, right? Like you had like a bunch
well,
of.
yeah, but not
I
too
guess
not
that-
local
that
though.
Local, right?
So like this is different. Like
See,
they're-
I didn't. At all.
so my cousins lived in Pittsburgh and Milwaukee.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
So I only
that's
saw them
fun.
like on holiday, like random
Pittsburgh's
holidays.
a great time.
Oh, Pittsburgh's
Pittsburgh is a
really
great
good
time.
Really great
It is a
time.
really good time. I like to shit on Pittsburgh because it's Pittsburgh, right? Because of the Steelers.
Right.
But it's actually an awesome town.
Yeah.
It is, and people, not all of them, but a lot of people are super nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
it's
say-
fantastic, dude. I
They
went.
say weird things. They just have like their Pittsburgh.
Like I know for a
slang
fact that you can just
terms,
like
but-
slam into a car while you're parking and people are cool with it apparently.
I was part of a situation like that, believe it or not.
Really?
A friend of mine was going to school for aircraft maintenance, and I was 21, just turned 21, drove to Pittsburgh. Now in Pittsburgh, there's the city,
Yeah.
and then The outside of the city is just giant hills.
Hills, winding roads, just
everywhere.
the most awful traffic. Just every road there is awful.
So he was parallel parking. We were drinking. He didn't drink that much. I drank a shitload because I wasn't driving.
So you think he didn't drink that much?
He didn't.
Okay.
He was very responsible about
That's
that.
good. That's good.
He
You
was
gotta have the one guy.
parallel parking. He didn't hit the car behind him, but he just, for whatever reason, I don't know if he missed the brake or hit the gas too hard, but just boom, and I'm like,
Were you in the car with us? Like that sounds like our story.
I was like, dude,
this is
fucked.
crazy.
The cops are gonna come, and he goes, no, it's fine. People do this all the time. And I was like, what?
Were you literally in the car with us? Our buddy Joe did that same thing.
Like, and we were like on our way out, like hadn't had a drop, right? Or like we had, but
he hadn't.
Like,
he was good.
Like we had some fun on our way.
He lived there, and he was like
there.
he was like driving the wrong way down a one-way road at one point.
and then just like whips into the spot, backs up, pulls forward, smashes the back of this car. I mean, not smash.
No, he
but
hit
like
it.
Hit it pretty good.
yeah,
It wasn't
But
like
there's no
a
damage. Yeah, I don't think there's any damage.
And then he just like I'm like, dude. Number one,
the three of us get out
you
and we look
just
at it.
crushed that car.
He's already on. He's like halfway walking to the bar. We're all sitting there like assessing the damage here. We're like, let's see what happened.
911?
I'm like, if you're gonna be a dick and like not care, like, do you want to at least move your car so they don't know it was you? He's like, no, that's just normal around here. I'm like, what?
Like people drive like that. He's like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's amazing.
Same
So
thing.
that's hilarious. Same
That's
exact story.
amazing. That's crazy.
That was in the South Side.
Yeah, same place.
Yeah.
Outside.
It's a fun
That is a
place
good
though,
time.
man. It's a good time. I went through. I think I went to like 3 bachelor parties there.
yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It's a nice city. I just hate driving there. I hate the roads there. I was just there for a wedding in the summer and just trying to drive around and navigate those back roads are just it's awful.
Yeah.
Nothing makes
Thankfully-
sense.
If you mess around,
Cleveland's so
if
easy,
you're not careful, your car
Dude.
will end up in the shop.
right? That's true.
Not on purpose. It's just what they do.
It's just what they do there in Pittsburgh. That's what happened to me. I ended up with a minivan. I wasn't even driving. It was my
I
it's a whole nother story. But yeah, I hate driving out there. It's just
I saw this commercial the other day for the new Kia minivan, the Carnival.
the carnival.
it's called.
The carnival.
And I'm watching this going.
It's like an 11
"Damn,
seater.
That is the coolest thing I've ever
Right?
seen in my life. I
Right?
don't have a giant family that I would need.
I don't
this
care, man. If
van,
you have 2
but
kids, it's perfect.
I'm looking at it like the only problem I would have is I would fall asleep in that vehicle.
Yeah.
Dude,
Right.
that one. So here's my beef with minivans is like, why hasn't one company tried to just realize that all you have to do is make it look like an SUV?
Well, that's what.
Why not just flatten out the front, make it look like straight
That's
like
what the
that?
Chevy Equinox pretty much looks like.
But I mean, but that's not even like. But make a minivan like the doors slide open, right? But why not make the front just look like an
Yeah.
SUV?
Right.
Why make it look like a minivan?
Or make the sliders suicide doors. That
you
would-
see
Something
the,
though, but it's just do something. The Carnival, I think
No,
it's
I
called
know
the
what you're saying.
Prestige. Looks more like a SUV.
do they
doesn't.
make an all-wheel drive minivan?
They do,
Really?
yeah. Because we had a rental for a little while, and it was a
Pacifica
Pacifica S. And this
Okay.
thing, I'm always been against minivans. I mean, no, trust me, they're the most practical vehicle for any parent.
It is.
It's the best vehicle you could have for kids. And it's
People-
true because I
people
had
with
it for like a month,
minivans-
dude, and it was amazing. It was the best car I've ever had. I even told my wife, I'm like, I think I want to
I'm
get a
not
van.
against minivans.
I just can't stand the way they look.
They look stupid,
They look stupid. Make it look
but they also
awesome.
look
And I will-
super comfortable inside.
They
of
are
that.
though, man. The
You
stuff.
could live in one.
You could stow away the seats. Okay, so I have 3 kids, and I'm like, 2 in the way back. I had the baby in the captain's chair on the right, and then I stowed the other seat, and there's just a mile of room.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids could walk around in there. They could get themselves in their seats with ease. Like I could crawl back there and do anything I want. It's like
Yeah.
there's so much room. It's the
You
most.
guys could
it's-
have a party in your
you literally
minivan.
could have a party in there.
I saw this meme the other day, and it was like, Chevy, we're making an all-electric Corvette, and then Ford, we're gonna make an
Oh,
all
this-
electric
that's so-
Mustang.
I know what you're talking
and all
about.
this, and then it's like Dodge. It's like
What the hell?
snorts a line of coke off of a stripper's ass. Let's put a fucking Hellcat in a minivan.
That's the best meme, dude. It's so true. Those Hellcats, man, those things are amazing.
They're putting them in everything.
Yeah,
They are. They're like, screw it. It's so true, though, man.
it was just the best. I was like, oh, I was dying because it shows the picture. Because the new Mustangs look awful.
Oh, those
Like
electric
these
ones?
electric ones,
yeah.
yeah.
So dumb.
They almost look like bugs.
But it's the same thing as a minivan. Why do they have to make these cars so stupid?
The electric cars, why did the Prius and all that? Why do you have to make them look so dumb?
Yeah.
Just make it look like a regular car
yeah,
and be done with it.
doesn't make any
still
sense.
be eco.
Make it look like a sports car if you want, but it
You'd
could
think
still
it'd
be electric
cheaper,
car.
Just use the old template. Just take the motor out and put a couple batteries in.
And there you go. But we have to make it look stupid.
Anything. You can use all the extra cars
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
never
the-
sold
the
and just
fit, the
pull
Ford
the
Fit.
engine out of it.
It's like, why are you making cars that look like this? And then why are people buying them?
Yeah, well, I
Because
mean that's why
what
they're
people
making
that
them.
do yoga look like.
Yeah.
They look like Ford Prius.
Hey man,
I tried yoga this week.
we tried yoga this week.
Did you?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Did you love it?
It was good. I haven't been that sore in a very long time.
it's a workout, bro.
I've actually
I felt good though. I stretched out. I felt
thought
good.
about it. I'm not
should.
like in the best shape.
that
You still
I
do
just
it.
work all day.
yeah,
And
Hey.
I come home and I eat late and go to sleep.
yeah.
It's an awful cycle.
But hey, that's life.
But I'm
Cut some
like,
time out for it,
I
man.
only
It's-
wanted to start trying yoga for the stretching because I've never really even
Dude,
There was a point
Hey.
in my life where I spent 3 years just working out every day,
yeah.
and I one day woke up. I don't know why, but I was like, I'm really sick of this. I would rather just go to
'Cause
the
it
bar
sucks.
'Cause
and eat chicken wings and get
right.
drunk.
yeah.
Because
I get
it's
it.
awesome. I mean, working out sucks, man. It's like you got to find the time for it, and it's
Yeah.
that's hard to do.
But the stretching, that's the reason I wanted to try yoga.
Stretching is so important, and I don't do it enough. But they say the key to youth is a healthy spine,
Yeah,
a flexible spine. Like
Yeah.
that's
Mike Becknick.
my dad always told me that. And I was like, yeah, cool, Dad. Sure, I'll do yoga.
He's right.
No, but he's right though. It's actually very important.
Well, every child doesn't listen to their dad till they're older.
Yeah,
Right.
you hit your
So,
30,
wow.
your late 20s and your 30s. You're like, oh,
You
my
were a
parents were
genius.
so
Son of a
right about
bitch.
everything. God, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, right.
Like, why was it so
You
stupid?
owe them so many apologies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's got to be so frustrating as a parent. Just like at this point right now, like we have young kids, so it's like, yeah, whatever. But like when they're teens, it's gonna be so frustrating. Trying to tell them things, and they're like, yeah, you know nothing.
right.
Like, hey, trust me, I know everything. Okay, listen to me. And I have a good example of this. The other day, my son, I was trying to fix something, and Sam is my oldest. He's 5. He'll be 6 in January. He's like, I was trying to fix something. He tells me, you don't know anything. I go, oh, really? Okay. So I start asking him questions. Let's go with mathematical questions first is what I went with. I'm like, okay, what's 5 times 5? He goes, 25. I go, let's try something else. So I started coming up with these more difficult questions. He couldn't answer them.
anything more difficult.
I'm like,
So we're
shit.
gonna go with a different subject.
Yeah. Math, that's about as far as I go with mathematics. So I started asking him other questions, and he couldn't answer. I'm like, see, I know the answer to that. I'm like, okay, well, who's the best baseball player that ever lived? He goes, Daddy. And I'm like, shit. I'm not even mad at you anymore, you little
Yeah.
bastard. So I go over to give him a hug.
Smart
I'm like,
kid.
all right, buddy, good
Smart
job. I'm like,
kid.
but listen, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I could fix this. I could, take care of this. But like when he said that I was the best baseball player that ever lived, I'm like, you little punk, you already know how to
knows
get,
what he's
you know how to
doing.
cut to the core of me just
Yeah.
like that.
It was premeditated.
He knew what he
Yeah.
was
You just
doing.
didn't know
Yeah,
it.
he was setting the whole
He
thing up.
set me up, man.
Yeah, he
I
set
got
you up
outsmarted by
good.
a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even be mad at you with that one. I'm like, no, the right answer is Babe Ruth. Okay. Right now, Shohei Ohtani.
Dude is incredible. But no, so I have a good example too. So I own childcare centers for a living,
Okay.
and staffing situations has put me much more involved than I normally am. So I have a group of school age kids, and typically once you're like 9-10 years old, kids kind of age out because they can
Yeah.
either stay at home or they have other opportunities, right? Like but we have a family that has some younger kids and the older kid. And so the older kid, he's a good kid. And when he gets off the bus after school, I'm like, dude, you can have your phone. Like normally we don't let kids have phones or tablets or anything like that. But I'm like, go ahead. You're a good kid. You're the only older kid. Go ahead and you can go do whatever you want on your phone. Fine. Well, today he was just like not listening to anything. He was just
having a day.
Just having a day. So I'm like, dude, last chance. Like you do something like that again, and I'm taking your phone away. So he mouthed off to one of the teachers and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, give me your phone. He's like, you can't have my phone. It's my property. I'm like, okay, well, you're technically not allowed to have it on my property. So give me your phone, or we can go walk and you can go put it in your backpack like it's supposed to stay. And so finally, after like 10 minutes of him like arguing back and forth, I'm like, listen, dude, why are we arguing here? Right? So finally walking back in there to go put it in his book bag, and I'm watching him, and he's like trying to do like this fake put it in his backpack. I'm like, who do you like? I'm not that old, man. I know exactly what you're doing.
I know that move, okay?
Come on, man. He's like, oh, I was just seeing if I could get away with it. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, put your phone away. Let's go.
But that's also the same reason he argued to have the phone.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
See what you can get away with. And
Yep, they know what they're doing, man. These
that
kids are.
way.
And look, like we don't, like I make it very clear, we don't parent. Like we're there to make sure they're safe and do what they need to do. But it was just very interesting. I was like, you really trying to test me right now?
Yeah,
like,
man. That's funny too, watching these kids try to
bro.
get away with this stuff, and it's like I know exactly what you're doing. It's like us in high school.
I used to hide more than phones, bro.
Yeah, like trust me. And so did our parents. But like for some reason, when we were in high school and shit, we're trying to hide things. Like our parents know exactly what the hell we were doing.
Oh yeah.
We're like,
think about this.
We're like, yeah, my parents are stupid. They don't know what we can get away with anything. They're like, they know exactly what we're doing because they did the same exact thing.
Think about this too, and like I think about actually today I was thinking about this is so I'm 36. That kid's I'm gonna call it 10.
Yeah,
he's 9 or 10. I don't know. So I'm 26 years older than him. Mm-hmm. When I was his age, my dad was only 20 years older. So like he was even closer to
that age and
understand. Like he was 30 years old when I was 10. Like when I was 30, we were still having parties at the Morley house.
Right.
Like,
seriously though, man. Oh God.
Like
that's
we
so true. It's a
literally
different
were,
time.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
Good times.
Stopped partying recently.
Yeah. Well,
our wives let us get away with a lot of
yeah.
stuff. We did. We waited. I wouldn't say a long time, but we waited till we were 30 years old to have
30,
kids.
Yeah, I was 30 when Gibbs
Yeah.
was born. Well, I was 29, but I was 30 like a few months later.
Yeah. So
But yeah, my dad was 20. So like,
I don't know the best way to do that.
like when my dad was my age, I was 16. I can't imagine have a 16-year-old like driving right now.
Well, shit, you got a
You said
12-year-old.
You're what, 32?
33.
33?
The 12-year-old.
12-year-old.
So, okay, yeah, you're going to be in that situation then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
He'll be driving. He'll be getting his temps in 3 years.
Nah, he'll be riding his bike still. He's not responsible enough for that.
These kids, man, I don't even
Neither
know.
was I.
God, I think about that too. Like getting your license and everything at 16. Your parents are like, all right, take my car. It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
My parents were so laid back about it too. Like, yeah, sure, have fun.
Well, only two things will happen. You screw it up or you don't.
Right. Yeah.
Life lessons, right? You got to let them live and learn.
But some people fear the worst when they're driving, as a first-time driver, and you're like, wow, they really trust me to do this?
Yeah.
I'm
not
going to screw this
But that
up.
lasts for like a week, and then you're going 90 down like a side street.
Well, because that whole first week you never went on the freeway because you're like, look how good I'm doing.
Yeah,
Not me,
I
man.
stop at
I'm
every
awesome,
light.
bro.
Not me, man. My old man took me to get my driver's, like, to take my tests. Or no, my temps. He took me, and we went to, like, Mayfield or something like that. I don't know why. But at least that's in my head. And
Well, it was probably because it was the only open
Right.
spot for your
Yeah.
test.
And I remember I got my temps. And by the way, as much crazy shit as I did as a kid, I never like stole my parents' car and like went joyriding or whatever, because I was always the youngest out of our like friends.
Yeah.
And so they already had their license at that point. Like I never had to like figure out a way to
Yeah, you
get
have to-
somewhere.
yeah.
Like I always had a ride. So I had literally zero experience when I went and got my temps, other than like, taking the class or whatever.
Yeah.
Like no actual driving experience. So we go take my test, pass my temps test, and we're leaving.
You have in cars and in
Well,
class.
after
That crap?
but like just to do like the paper part to say that I'm allowed to start learning. We were leaving, and my dad goes, "All right, here's the keys," and he's got GMC 3500 truck, and he's like, "All right, get us home." I'm like, what?
Huh?
He's like, "Well, you're allowed to learn now. Let's go." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, you got to get on the freeway to go home." He's like, "Yep."
You've been a tough guy your whole life till right now.
Yep, in this moment right here. Okay, he wants me to do this. My dad would, you remember the white van?
Oh yeah.
I was like 14. He would take us to Lake Catholic parking lot, and he would let me drive around the parking lot in there with the van.
Yeah.
Did you do donuts?
I wanted to. I was scared.
That van was awesome.
The van was
Minivan
awesome.
burnouts are the best kind.
Oh, this was a conversion.
This was like a
van,
conversion
bro.
van, like
Bed
a
in the back,
GMC Vandura.
uplighting along the
the
ground and the ceiling.
Oh man,
A
that
friend
van
of
was the
mine's
shit.
father, he exclusively drove Astro vans, the Chariot
Oh yeah, MP.
with the captain seats and
Yep.
the boomerang and the box TV.
Oh,
with
so
the
yeah, that one was decked out.
nice wood trim and the red velvet everything.
That's how this car. It was like the red velvet. It had like skirts like around the seats. It was like real fancy, man. It had the lights on the side. I was like, oh man, this thing is. I got it when I was 19. Like my dad gave it to me. He's like, yeah. I didn't have a car. He's like, here.
That was probably
Take
the
the van.
coolest thing.
It was
ever.
it was badass.
It was great.
Man. I made that thing such a party bus.
You did.
Put like a DVD
So much
player in there.
lighting.
So much lighting. More lighting than there was initially. Had like posters on the ceiling. I was like, dude, I'm decking this thing out. It was awesome though.
Put a DVD player in there.
I had like this DVD player, like the fold up one. It looks like
yeah,
a laptop. And you like comes up. You have like the
Except it weighed 30 pounds.
yeah. I was like, put this up here on the dash. There we
You had
go.
to bolt it down.
It's too bad they
I had
didn't
the- I had
have
the- I had the
command
CD.
strips then.
Yeah, right? Those things would have been
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
They're
I do.
Do you
love
know
command
what, though?
strips.
My dad had, like a Discman, and you put the tape in the tape deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Discman was Velcroed right there on the front.
Man ahead
Now,
of
I'm
his
thinking about
time.
that. My dad was on top of it back then.
Man ahead of his time.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, my dad invented command strips.
No. That's not shocking to me.
You missed a
Tip.
big opportunity.
I know. I missed a lot of opportunities.
3M
Let's be honest.
changed the world.
It really did, man.
Those
I'm
things
hanging
are
pictures
great.
with
I
that.
just bought some the other day.
I had a picture. So in my kitchen, we had like this picture that I command stripped up above like the little archway. It gave way, and it hit the floor, and it broke the tile. So fuck command strips. All right.
Wow.
Did you have the right?
I had the black ones, the heavy duty
right
ones.
rated for.
I did. I had the
pounds?
heavy duty ones, and I had them all around. I mean, it had so much
How
on
heavy
it.
was the?
Did you
picture,
have
though?
a-
Not that heavy.
Did you
But it broke
have
your
It's been like
tile.
5 years though.
Did you have several boys in your house throwing shit all
Yeah,
the
probably.
time?
I guarantee they probably hit it. It's probably loosening it up. They're running into walls constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it got
half,
loosened up.
Half of our every picture in our baby room is held up. They have these 12-pound command strips
Yeah.
that are Velcro. You stick them to each piece of the
Yeah.
wall and your item,
Yeah,
Velcro them together. That's
I'm
how
telling you, this one just
the whole room
decided
is
to
put
give way.
together.
But I'm gonna say you're right. It's got to be the kids. I'm blaming it on the kids.
It's got to be the kids.
Goddamn kids.
Yeah.
Or it was
They're
me
great.
like stumbling in there.
There was that night when I had one of my like 15th bachelor party.
Yeah.
When
It was the other time you played baseball, but it was in the house.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that night. Oh God. Yeah, we had
Good
some good
times.
times, man. So
All right, we're gonna do a little very old Saint Nick to
go ahead. I still have
cap
some.
it off.
I still have a little bit here.
Oh,
Just go ahead without me. Ooh. Ooh. You want me to get it?
Uh-oh. Well, that seems like a
go ahead and grip strength.
I got this.
He's amazing.
Look at this.
very.
This is
coarse
actually pretty
cork.
tough.
know. Didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I got it.
Look at you. Go ahead. Give
What else
yourself
is
one.
new? Of course, I got it.
I could
Dude,
fix any. That's your new career
That's
path.
yeah, man. I can fix
I'll
anything.
Uncork anything.
So I tell my son all the time, like, listen, I know this seems like a big deal to you right now, but Dad could fix anything. Can I? Probably not. But super glue, I know my way around super glue.
To fix that.
Fix super glue.
Command strip it.
Right? Command strip that shit. Oh man, this isn't the first time this has happened to us.
Yeah.
I've never had a cork break, knock on wood.
We had one break in half.
Yeah. Redwood.
Redwood. Son of a bitch.
The Empire?
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
It's all right.
I've had all of them. So the original Redwood, have you had it? I don't know.
Probably
it's
not.
Just like a small batch or whatever it is. It's the original Redwood bottle.
I feel like that maybe that's the one we had.
It
No?
just says Redwood on it.
Oh.
It doesn't have any pictures.
Oh, no,
or
this
one has
anything
the different one.
fancy. It was very good. The Empire and the Pipe Dreams and the Emerald, they weren't bad,
Yeah.
but it's not something I would go buy again.
Right. I think, did we have Pipe Dream?
I think so.
I feel like that
that sounds right.
familiar.
Pipe Dream is
Actually, I think that's what it was. It was back there for a while.
Yeah.
the blue label, I think, is the Pipe Dream.
No, maybe not then.
I feel like it was red, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I think we did a review on it.
Whatever.
Did a lot of reviews.
Yeah. Well, let me know what you think about this, because this is like my favorite rye.
It is good.
To me, it's like the, oh, it's been a while since I've had it, actually. Let's see.
Get in there. Get in there nice and deep like.
Real nice and deep.
That a boy. All right, give us a score on this taste here. Let's do a quick review.
Quick review? Like, go through the whole thing?
No, just give me a score on it.
Okay, just a score.
Till you score. That's right, baby.
Is this score out of rye or just in general?
So we're gonna do a rye. So we're gonna do like so
Just an overall score. 1 to
overall
10.
score. What do you
Doesn't
think of it? Yeah,
matter.
1 through 10.
It literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're just-
What the taste? Give it a nose. Whatever you want.
I would.
But overall score.
personally-
Did you drink it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had a sip yet.
I did.
All right.
I would put it at about a 6.
Okay.
As far as ryes that I've tried, for sure.
Okay.
That's. What do you got, E? Yeah, get in there. Yeah, get in there.
I go much higher, actually.
Ooh, much higher.
Yeah, I really like that. See,
So we
I haven't had that many higher proofed ryes,
Yeah.
and so I love that combination.
What's this one?
117.
Okay.
I would go like a 8-1. I was gonna go 7-9. I can go 8-1. I really like
8-1.
this.
Okay. Yeah, so typically when we do a review, we're gonna do like the appearance of the bottle. So we're gonna do the bottle, the appearance of the juice, and then the nose, then the value.
Value would actually bring this one down.
Yes. What's the price on this bad boy?
I paid 170.
It's
heavy.
one, so that's
Yeah.
can bring it down a little bit, and then we do obviously the taste, the palate, if you will.
To be
So
fair, the first one I split, and then
then you had to buy.
next
Then you had to
three,
buy.
I was
You had to buy a
pretty
full price.
hammered. When I was like, "Oh, these are amazing."
Let's get more of them. I remember you sent me a picture when you were out there, and like there's a table just filled, and I see it. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's quite the trip right
I
there.
was in the mood.
Yeah, well, that's saving the money for the trips, man.
Yeah.
Which we got to do when we go to Arizona. We got to go shopping.
Serious
No, yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Go.
At any point in your whole time with bourbon, have you felt like the bottle gave a different, not so much taste to, like the
But a
appearance
feel?
of the bottle? So this is very old Saint Nick, and it's kind of like a Christmassy thing to me,
Yep.
For sure.
just by the name.
The name. Yeah.
When I drank that, I wouldn't say it was super Christmassy,
No.
but
Yeah.
it's something, and it happens to me a lot, I think, and I'm like, I could see how you could really enjoy that at that time of year.
I could agree with that. Yeah. I could see like sometimes like a bottle.
So, but here's what throws it off for me. So they have how many releases? Do you know? They do at least 2. And I think they might do more. So they do a summer rye and a harvest rye. So this is supposed to be like the
is the
fall
harvest
time release. But it's last year's release. Or no, it's actually 2 years ago's release. Because I bought it in January of last year. or February, I guess. So it must have been from the fall of 19. No, I bought it this year. So fall of 20.
Yeah.
So
you're like his calendar. It's this whole time.
It's usually the other way
he
around.
literally just fixes everything that I do.
It goes both
you haven't
ways.
gotten that
It goes both ways.
But no, like so maybe it's the word harvest in there. It just like makes me think of fall.
But this is, if you gave this to me in a glass, okay, and I drank it,
Without,
if it was fall time and I drank this,
you wouldn't think like fall.
I probably would have gave you a better score just because the season I'm in and the flavor that I got from that would be more enjoyable to me at that point in time than it would be at this point in time, which seems weird to say, but
No.
It makes sense though.
like when I drink Stag Junior after I look at that deer head on the front, I'm like, God, this would be sweet if I was just in the fucking woods,
Yeah.
Right.
with a
I was on an elk
rifle.
hunt.
Right.
Yeah,
I got
like,
that deer
with a
cleaned
back
it
strap
today,
just
and I
like over the
sat
fire.
down.
Yeah.
Just made some.
You're right though. I mean,
venison
it just gives you
sausage.
that whole like, it paints a picture for you.
Right.
We love to paint a picture.
We do love paint a good picture. That's for sure. But that's what I like. That's what I love about like E.H. Taylor, for example. I mean, you get the tube, right? Like it's just something about the whole look of E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the bottle itself. It's just like the label that.
Well, it's
So
funny
the
that
whole
that's-
thing that they do with it. It's something about it that gives you more.
That's legitimately why we always add that into our scores, because call it amateur hour, call it whatever you want. Like, I think that has more to do with it than, even value sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
if I see a really cool looking bottle, I want that bottle. And that way it's like a conversation piece at my bar, and we're going to talk about
Well, 'cause
it.
if someone
and,
said-
like,
'cause
you're
we
gonna
always say
start
we're like-
conversation, and you're going to remember those
Because
conversations.
when we always say, we're like, too, like you see that bottle, you're like, that one's gonna catch your eye. Like if you have a bar at your house and you have some friends over there, like, oh, what do you want to drink? They look up, they're like, well, that looks like a cool drink. That looks like a cool bottle. Let's
And
give that one a
most
try right
people
there.
Gravitate towards
Yeah.
what
The
they
appearance.
think might be the most
Because
expensive.
it looks fancy, right?
Right.
It's like that.
Right.
It's like that Willet bottle, right? Like that Willet.
The pot still.
Yeah,
Trash.
it's trash. But that bottle just looks awesome. It's just different.
Just go eat a banana.
Yeah, right. It's like 99 bananas, right? So,
Oh God.
but like that bottle just kind of sticks out to you though. Like it just looks. It's
does,
different.
yeah.
It's
Well, have
very
you seen
different.
I think it's H.R. Derringer. Have you seen those bottles that come with the flintlock pistol cork?
Well, I need one.
No,
of
but
those.
now we
Seen
need
that?
one.
Well, they're all over second. I've never seen them for sale anywhere I've ever been. It's fairly new. They're like $200, and all the reviews and things I've seen or read, they're just like, it's not bad,
Yeah.
but the bottle's worth buying to have the bottle. So it comes in a box with this super decorated, cool ass bottle. And then in the other side of the box, there's a flintlock pistol
That's
with a cork on it that you
Yep.
plug the bottle with.
gotta have it.
Yep.
That's like
buying
the old.
that.
That's like the old Fitz bottle too. That's another one. That's like that's
Oh,
just a
yeah.
cool bottle.
Yeah,
Like,
The
that's
bottle
cool
just
bottle.
scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I always think it doesn't matter if it's on the shelf or I
Right.
could have it bubble wrap. It doesn't matter. I just always think it's ready to implode.
yeah, right. It's just different though. It's like that. It's just that the
They look
appearance of it.
cool.
Yeah, they look cool.
Have you had any of them? The older ones
Not
are
the- not the-
great. The younger ones are much better,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I mean, you could look for it, but yeah, you're not gonna get it. Get it secondary,
Just
I
go-
guess.
just
But
go
it's
to
gonna be.
Heaven Hill. Just go to Kentucky for 1 week and you'll get at least 2 of them.
Really?
You go there every day. Yep.
No.
We got the
Noted.
We got the PCH
Let's go. Woogie.
Curacao when I was there. We got the 8-year old Fitz and we got the 10-year. We had come. I didn't know it was the 10-year heavy char release, but we got those as well.
Yeah.
But those grenades are so freaking good. Have you had them?
No.
No.
Oh my God. They're like beer barrel aged.
Ooh.
They're just
All right. I feel like we need to make
it's
a
like
trip, dude.
One of the best tasting, like everyday drinkers that I've ever had, hands down. $30. You'll never
Yeah,
spend
can't beat
a
that.
better $30.
Okay. I think we need to just go.
And it's over.
Let's go for a
100
weekend.
proof.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think it might actually.
It's not a bad drive.
No.
It's not.
No.
It is in the rain.
Well, yeah, you went.
God awful.
We had it.
It was beautiful.
Our drive was perfect. No offense. Sorry, but
No
like our
offense.
drive was perfect, man.
I'm very offended.
Yeah,
I'm
I know your drive.
offended.
I know your drive sucked, but our drive was perfect.
you and
Okay, the
Mother
weather was
Nature
perfect. We had our
teamed
windows
up.
down.
On the way home, I slept.
Yeah, you did good. You didn't fall. You didn't fall asleep until right when we like passed my exit, and I look over and you're like,
From Willoughby to Painesville.
you start doing one of these. I'm like, all right, I'll give him props. 'cause
Notice that though, at long drives, I do the same thing. If I'm not driving, I could stay up the whole time, but as soon as I know I'm so close to home,
You're host, man. I'll give it to you
gone.
I'm
He's-
notorious though.
for always falling asleep. Like as my co-pilot,
yeah.
he's not there for support. I mean,
True.
like he's there.
I try to be.
He's there.
Mentally, I'm there.
You did great this last time though,
Yeah,
man.
thanks, man.
Because we've had trips where I'm like, all right, let's go. He's like, all right, don't worry, man. I'm gonna stay up because I know
Well, don't
it's
say
early in the
that
morning.
because you already know it's.
we
not
didn't even.
true.
There's one time we didn't even make it out of the
just set
parking
yourself
garage.
up.
He tells me, I'm like, we're pulling out of our parking spot. And he goes, all right, don't worry, man. I'm gonna stay up the whole time. Don't worry. I'm like, all right, cool. I appreciate it. We get out of the parking garage. I look over. He's like, I'm like, all right, well, you tried. I'll give it to you. I appreciate the.
When I was younger, I was that way. Even driving, I would find myself late at night. I would get so tired
Oh my
driving.
God,
I just
man.
couldn't stay up. I fought to get home. But now I'm just like, the hell with it. I'm
Like
going,
I
I'm
can
going,
drive.
I'm
Like if
going.
I'm
I can
driving,
drive, I'm
I'm
good.
good. Like I drove home from San Diego. I stopped once.
Conversation is a big thing.
Yeah.
If it stops and I'm a passenger or a driver, I'm just like, gone.
Yeah.
we
Can't do it.
we were listening to like an audio book for a little while.
That's horrible.
I did all right though.
Why
I was
would you do
focused,
that?
man.
See,
I was
can't
focused.
when I'm by myself. I think with somebody else, it's
It was
harder.
tough because then we started talking. So
Yeah.
then it was like we got to. We lost all that.
Yeah.
But then we were listening to the Indians game and they were just getting crushed and it was awful.
Shocker.
So yeah, what else is in that team sucks.
Well, then you turn on, Juvenile or something from the day.
Yeah, that's true. Get you going again. That's usually so. That's
When
always on the
bass
way
hits-
down.
Oh yeah.
On the
Right.
way
Well,
down,
'cause
like
you're
on the way
pumped.
to the trip, you're
DMX.
like, this is awesome, and then on the way back, you're like,
You just
gotta go back to life.
There's landmines.
Yeah, there's landmines.
Go into bourbon country listening to Rough Riders anthem.
So you're right there in the same boat, man. Getting all pumped up to go, and then on the way home, it's like
And
you're listening
Kenny
to like
Chesney comes on and you're like dead to the world.
you're like, it's like, oh, talk about lame. Seriously, man, you can turn it off if you want. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Tommy boy.
So good.
Oh, God. So anyway, yeah.
All right, man. Well, this was. What else do you have? Anything for excited about? I guess like what's your biggest excitement piece for new baby coming?
New baby coming. That's a good question.
Because like we always have apprehensions, right? We always have like the things that we've got some anxiety about. We've got some like Sunday scaries about. It's
Well,
coming.
with me and even with my girlfriend, it's a hard thing to explain to her. I'm a very calm, always calm person.
That's
and
fantastic.
my mentality is you can fix everything until you can't fix anything is the best way I can put it. So if there's an issue, you're either going to fix it or you're not. And if you're not, well, it's your fault. If
Yeah.
you don't even try to fix it, it's your fault. But there's a solution to everything, one way or another.
Yeah, you figure it out, right?
And she's very high energy, very anxious. Things bother her, like cleaning.
Yeah.
We have 2 dogs and they shit a lot, both pit bulls. She has to vacuum every day, and I'm like, just pick Sunday. Because in 5 minutes, it's going to
gonna
look
go right back to-
exactly the same
Right.
as it did.
That's the same thing with kids,
I
though.
can't do that. And I'm like, but you can. You're just not trying to sit down and enjoy your time. You just want
Right.
to vacuum.
Right.
That's true,
So,
though.
with having a new baby, one, I've done it before. That was stressful for me. That was probably the most stressful thing. I was 20 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even want to have kids. Nobody did at that point.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm never having kids. I'm pregnant. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
I just
true,
had
though,
to
man.
figure it out.
And you did.
And we did. And then, here's the other one. I'm not concerned about it. Sure, there's going to be good times and bad times, but you wouldn't be a parent, and life goes on if there wasn't.
Absolutely.
Right.
Man.
So, I'm more excited for her
That's awesome.
to
Yeah.
have the baby and have the experience, and
Watch her go through it.
absolutely. But with her, coaching anything,
That is kind of a different dynamic, though. Like, it's one thing, like we've said before, first kid, you're terrified for everything, right?
yeah.
And like it's chaos,
Pool
and
noodles on
you're
every-
Oh, man,
learning.
yeah.
Right. You're trying to learn on the fly, and you're like, there's no chapter on this, whatever. You're just learning it, right?
Yep.
Second kid, you're like, done this before. I'm a pro. It's fine. Third kid, I don't know, but seems like you guys are transitioning pretty well.
Pretty easy.
But when you have the dynamic where it's your second kid, but it's her first, like, how do you? I'm sure that will be a, like, because you can't be like sitting back, like laid back, like it's fine all the time, because she's gonna be anxious. Like she's gonna be,
absolutely.
well, he's his temperature is 99.1. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you're fine.
normal.
You're like, I've been there. I know I was 20.
Talk to me
but-
when he hits 104.
yeah,
you know what
we'll
I mean?
we'll get to it. Yeah, but right now he's fine. It's gonna happen.
But I mean, that's a natural thing that you're gonna have to like have the patience to let her work through that stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's more so what I'm excited for. I want her to experience those things. When I said about being a coach, she's not the type of person that would want to hear me go, "It's fine, just
Right.
it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
It's normal." She'll be like, "This is not normal. This is my baby, and it shouldn't be doing this." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's a baby.
Yeah,
It
right,
doesn't matter
right.
whose it
Those
is.
are the things you got to be like, all right, yeah, okay, let it be.
You could adopt this baby, and it would do the same thing
Right,
your
right.
baby's doing. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. Just relax.
But then-
But what I'm most excited for is I think it's really going to help her better understand that you just can't get worked up about everything all the
Yeah,
time.
it's the
gonna
small things that you need to let just go.
mellow out, just relax and let it ride.
And I think you figure that out after a little while. I think it's that initial shock,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's that first, like everything's the first time this is happening. Like,
Well, and
what
that's
the
a
hell are we
little
supposed to do in this situation?
different for them. She's a woman, obviously.
Well, yeah,
She has to
they're
do
doing like
everything.
everything.
Right.
And like that's why we say all the time, like give the women all the credit in the world, because I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that first month, like so my son's 3 months old now, and that first month was tough, but it went by so fast, and it was like that was the hardest part of it. Like right now, it's just so easy. I'm saying it's easy, but it's just so much more
You're
laid
used to
back,
it.
and he's just, I mean, it's just not bad at all. Like the first child though, like shit, the first everything was terrifying.
Yeah.
You're going through it. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what?
Well,
why-
now I feel like
Why'd
it
you
would
do
become-
what did you do? You broke him.
It would become more of an expectation at this point
Yeah.
versus a fear of anything. You are expecting.
Yeah, you're like
everything to
exactly
happen.
because you've been there.
done it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, you're 12 years out, so there's gonna be some things that you forgot about, but when it happens, you're like, it'll bring you right back again.
well, I'm in an interesting part of time because I'm dealing with myself at that age, and I know I am. When
Yeah,
right.
father like son is a real thing,
Yep.
and when you're a kid, you're like, you don't know what to tell you, you're an idiot. I'm never gonna be like you. Well, okay, we'll grow up, have a kid,
Yep. And you
and
see
then
it.
deal with yourself. It's very, very weird. But then having a newborn and then having to remember
Yeah. Go back to it again.
calling your dad an a-hole because he was punishing you for the same thing
Right.
that you're dealing
Yep.
with right,
Right.
now.
You see it too, man. You're like,
That's when it's interesting.
Yeah.
it's
I
true,
can see
man.
that.
Go,
You see what your parents went
How am I
through.
gonna do this? How are we gonna handle
Yeah.
this?
How are we
Yeah.
gonna play this out? How's this gonna play out?
Yeah.
Well, I ask my son a lot. I go, if you were in my shoes, how would you punish yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, that's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah. It's not
not
it's
gonna
not the
work.
answer.
You know what you did wrong. What's a viable punishment? Give it to me. And a good example is he got his first phone from his mother way too early. He was 6 years old. Should have never had a phone. no business having a phone. Time went on, everything's fine, whatever. He's young, he doesn't really know. He mostly played games.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it was activated to a cell service, but as time went on, I think he was 9 years old. He had actual cell phone service, and that's when I was paying for it. I put him on my plan and got a phone because I knew that there's a certain level of restriction with Apple especially, and
Yeah.
you can keep track of what's going on.
Right.
And it's not, to me, it's not invasive. He's a very young kid, and there's so many things
Listen,
you
he's
can get
9 years old.
wrapped up in that
Yeah.
I don't want him to know about that.
There's
stuff,
so much
but
stuff out there, man.
It wasn't even anything bad. What happened was I didn't realize that my bank card was linked to the Apple account
so he's
that
buying-
was linked to his phone as well as mine. Well, he would send me TikTok videos of all these things like piñatas from Fortnite or like weird things. But he's a kid. Some didn't think anything of it. I'd watch him and I go, okay, it's video game video. I'm at work, whatever. Then I come home. Did you see those videos? I did see them. I said, I don't really know what it is. You have to explain this to me because I didn't know what Fortnite was.
Yeah.
I'm cooking all day and you're at home, fighting people in Fortnite. Wish I could do that. But
That sounds awesome.
okay. So then I got a phone bill and I was like, whoa. $150 in charges, just charges to my Apple account. So I'm looking at it and I call Apple and I go, can you just tell me what these are all for? Because at that time I was furious. I didn't know you could click on your name and go through all the things and then find out what all the charges actually were for. There's like 15 different prompts you have to select
Yeah.
to figure it out. And the woman goes, well, it looks like all of them were purchased credits on TikTok. And I'm like, what is TikTok? I had no idea. And she goes, well, it's like a video platform, I guess. So I'm like, okay. And I'm looking it up and I'm like, no way. I didn't know you could spend money on it.
I
I
didn't
didn't
even
even
know
know
that
what
either.
it was. But apparently, and most people I say this to, they don't know, but you can go buy credits, and I guess some people charge for their content, and you pay
Oh.
them with the credits.
Can we get on that action?
I'd like to.
So $150 in charges in TikTok, and I'm like fuming
Yeah.
Sure.
as a parent, and I'm just like, how do I even approach this? It's partly my fault
Yeah, you didn't know what was
because I
going
didn't
on.
know that my card was linked
Right.
to his phone.
Right.
But he also knew factually that he was spending that money because when you purchase things on any platform,
Oh, yeah,
there's
it's a
ample
prompt.
prompts before you actually make that purchase,
Yeah.
in-app or not, so you know. And when I approached him about it, I'm like, what did you watch on TikTok that costs money? Well, nothing costs money. It just costs credits, is what he said to me.
Yeah, they have no.
And I said, how did you get the credits? Well, just let me buy them. And I go, do you think that money just was there for the
Right.
taking? Like you were robbing a bank, you just had unlimited funds for TikTok? No. Well, then why did you keep buying them? I don't know.
Kept
I wanted
letting
to
me.
watch the
Yeah, it kept
video.
letting me. There was
Right.
nothing stopping me.
So I told him, I go, that was my money you were spending. This is what I go to work every day for, not TikTok.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But so you can have things, but not these
TikTok.
videos. And he goes, well, I didn't know it was your money. And I go, well, who else's money would it have been? But that was a situation where I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
How do
That's
you-
different.
punish him? Because that's really what I want to do, because you just spent a ton of money
Sure.
Yeah.
as a 9-year-old. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe I should just say, okay, well, lesson learned, don't do it
Yeah, I
again.
guess, man. I mean,
I think that's
I
tough.
That's a tough
I made
one.
him do chores. I said, you're going to
Work
that
it off,
money
yeah.
off how I see fit, That's a day of work for me at that time. you're 9 years old. That should
It's
be
like
like
2
4
weeks
months
worth
of work.
Yeah, you're gonna be working for a little while, buddy.
Open a lemonade stand and either raise the money or go pick up dog poop, which is
Well, I
what
think
he
that's
did.
good though. I mean, I think what I'm starting to realize, my son is 6, so I'm starting to realize that every situation, and I haven't had to deal with something like that yet, but like every situation where you're like, fuck, how do I handle this, is an opportunity to make a choice
Oh yeah.
of like, yes, I could freak the fuck out on him and send him to his room or whatever, or I could try to prevent future
It's gonna keep
situations
happening.
like that by trying to teach a lesson, right? And so I think that's a good thing to do, to say, all right, well, you spent money, right? Like you purchased something without consent.
Yeah.
You now have to pay that back because that's a real world application, right? Like people do it all the time. I know I do it all the time. Like, honey, what's this credit card charge? Oh, it was this. We needed this. Okay, fine. We have to pay that back, right? And so, like, if you can teach those lessons, even if it's an unfortunate situation, like, I think that's a good thing. Like, it's a good way to look at it, at least.
Helps to avoid it from happening again.
Instead of like I know, like, if I would have done that at 9 years old, I would have just gotten my ass beat. Like,
Absolutely. You know,
and I probably would have learned to not do it again, but would I have learned the lesson of like
What's actually happening?
like what you're doing is not okay, and here's why. I just knew not to do it again.
Yeah, it's like
and I
yelling
don't
at
know
him
what's
for-
better.
you would learn to save money because you would never want to touch it.
Right.
True story.
Right,
True,
right.
true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So that's cool though. I mean, it sucks that you had to pay TikTok, but
Yeah. Well, sometimes they reverse the charges, but not
That one didn't work
much.
out. Yeah.
No. Not even.
Yeah,
a
it's like
little.
my
you
son.
always
That,
hear these stories. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it's just like my son getting us HBO
Oh, did he?
2 years ago, and I just
Oh,
still,
yeah, I
I
remember
still
that
have
now.
it. So whatever, it
Wasn't
worked
all
out for me. Yeah, I'm like, I have HBO
We
Go
actually
now.
just got that recently. There's a lot of good.
Yeah.
stuff
I'm happy
on
he
there.
did it. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, I'm not canceling it.
No.
But he was flipping through, and he saw a movie he wanted to watch, and kept hitting OK, and eventually made the purchase. And next thing you know, I have a subscription to HBO. So
We have our whole house is Roku.
yeah.
The nice thing is you can set a pin, so if anything.
Well, I ended up doing that.
Yeah.
But at first, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, they're not gonna do that. I know that happened to you with
Yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Gibson was buying shows and movies like
We
crazy.
had like $200 in 1 month of
Oh no.
like Paw Patrol videos.
Like,
Like, dude, it's free if you go to the app,
Yeah.
like the TV app.
but all they do is
Like,
sit there and they
why
go,
are you buying them?
okay, and when it's on, we're
They
good to go.
don't know.
No, they don't, because it's what else are you gonna do?
The
I mean,
hard
you
part with
even told them.
Amazon, as an adult, I'm guilty of it because I'll turn it on and scroll through and just pick something and not even realize I'm buying it.
Right.
I know
Silly as
it's
that
so
sounds,
easy though.
because some of it's free and some of it's not, and I just pick it and I'm like, whatever, I want to watch it, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, I just spend $4 on the movie I saw.
It's like, yeah, that's $4.
I've seen it
School.
30
I've
times,
seen
right?
it 30 times
Yeah.
in my life, and I just paid $4 for it. I don't even get to keep it.
I know. Then it's like,
I've done it.
Yeah,
I've
we've
done
all
it.
been there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
What else? Anything else you got? This was fun.
this is a good
Was
time.
fun.
You have a good
lot of-
time?
A lot of good stories.
Absolutely, man. That's the best part. Open
Honestly,
up.
one of my favorite when we do these podcasts and stuff like that. Like, there's times when we're going to be very specific on like if there's a current event going on or whatever. We'll get into it or whatever. One of my favorite types of episodes is when like you just meet somebody and you just start like realizing that your backgrounds are very similar and you just start talking
Absolutely.
about
Yep,
old
just talk,
shit.
man.
It's so much fun to me.
It is cool.
Like,
is you really get to know someone.
Yeah.
How often
could
do you get
talk-
to sit here and have these conversations with somebody?
Never.
Exactly.
yeah, right.
Not anymore.
Right?
anyways.
Not anymore. Exactly.
Right.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's why we love this, man. We just sit here and bullshit for a few
I was
hours.
so sad at my baby shower we had recently. I invited a lot of. It was co-ed.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my friends were there. her friends, our friends, parents, family, relatives, and I cooked all the food for it. You know, I have a 500-gallon smoker. I was cooking ribs, cooking macaroni and cheese, and coleslaw and potatoes, everything.
Getting hungry.
It was awesome, but it literally ate up my whole day. And by the time I stopped cooking, I was like, man, I got to start talking to people. And I would walk around, and then they all started eating, and I'm like, damn, I can't even talk to my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the tough part about having any type of event, though, man. It's like you're running it, so you're busy doing other things. Next thing you know, the party's over and everybody left, and you're like, oh, I didn't even get to sit and talk to this person.
A small guilty feeling, like you just came here and gave me all this stuff, and I said hello to you. That's pretty much all I got to say to you.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Where if I went to
but
the
they get
bar,
it, though.
I would talk for hours.
But they also got to eat delicious food.
They did.
So
That's true. So you did. You gave
there's
back.
that.
You gave back.
Well, as a chef, you always wonder if they're telling the truth or not. That's like a never dying feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like
get
if
that.
you
Imagine
build
that.
houses and someone saw a crooked board and they're like, "That
Yeah,
guy's
see that
awful.
shit over
Yeah.
there? Ugh. That's true.
you were terrible at mudding drywall."
Or only you thought that,
Yeah,
and the guest never even thought about
just
it.
never
Right.
know.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, that one little thing right there is making me crazy. And I guarantee everyone who walks through the doors is going to notice it, but no one gives a shit.
Nope.
You know?
That's how it
That's
works.
life. That is
Yeah.
life.
Rich, thank you so much, dude. Thanks for
Absolutely.
bringing some
Thank you for
wonderful.
having me.
Yeah, thanks, man. This is
spirits.
awesome.
That barrel proof is incredible.
So good.
Honestly, that OHLQ pick of Old Forester is really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fourth different barrel pick I've had, and the best one, if you ever come across it, you ever see it come up on a secondary site, just buy it. It's called Ghost Barrel,
Okay.
and it was a Maryland store that picked it, but it has like the whole Ghostbusters theme, front and back label, and it's like the actual label. It's not a sticker they threw
Oh,
on.
really?
It's designed into the label, and it has the green slime wax.
Oh,
on
that's
top.
cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
But aside from all of that, it's the best Old Forester single barrel I've had, hands down, period.
Good to know.
I would have brought some, but I have like 2 ounces left.
Understandable. Understandable. Because
All
we would have
good.
crushed it.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah, dude. Thank you so much. Always fun to meet new people and just shoot the shit and talk about being a dad.
Absolutely.
So,
It's a great time.
congrats on all your success so far,
Thank you.
and continued success to you and your family, and with the new baby coming.
Yeah. Congrats,
Absolutely.
man.
I'll
That'd be
you when
awesome.
they need picked up from daycare.
There you go. Absolutely. All right, cool. So if you guys haven't already, please make sure that you follow us on all the socials, subscribe on Apple or Google or wherever the hell you listen to your podcast. We're on all of the major sites at least. And then tell all your friends. We're just getting this season started again. But we're expecting big things. We got a lot of cool shit coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time, all right?
Thank you.
Peace.
Hey guys, if you love what you just heard or watched, and we know you did, do us a solid and hit that thumbs up. Share with your friends and throw us a comment, literally about anything. Your support legit keeps us going. Oh, and don't forget to give us that 5-star rating. We really appreciate you.